Welcome to Adrift in Aldhalor, our weekly actual play D&D show set in our homebrew world of, you guessed it, Aradun. Our music is licensed through Musicbed.com, and occasionally we use TabletopAudio or Syrinscape for Ambience. But I'm going to bring Shannon in now.
Who's that?
Someone. Actually, it says Saskia. Shannon, who are our
Who is
partners
that?
and what's their deal?
Yeah. I got that information for you, Sean. I have it right here. It's right here, and I'm going to tell you about it right now. I'm going to start with Arcane Spectacles. Step into Arcane Spectacles, where every roll of the dice is an adventure. Their exotic wood dice vaults and hand-selected dice sets are the perfect treasure for any tabletop RPG enthusiast. Hi.
Sorry. Sorry, something weird is going on with my audio. I will mute.
Very dare
I'm so sorry.
I'm just going to take that from the top. Arcane Spectacles. Step into Arcane Spectacles, where every roll of the dice is an adventure. Their exotic wood dice vaults and hand-selected dice sets are the perfect treasure for any TTRPG enthusiast. And with their personalized D&D themed Christmas ornaments, you can keep the magic of your games alive all year round. Each ornament can be customized with your party's names, making it a unique and meaningful memento. So why wait? Join them at arcanespectacles.com and roll for the ultimate tabletop experience. Moving right along. Next, we have Underground Oracle Publishing. They are a best-selling, Emmy-nominated TTRPG publisher building new and exciting settings for the cipher system of every genre you can imagine. Each setting includes everything you need to explore its unique world, including lore, species, descriptors, foci, creatures, ciphers, artifacts, and all of the rules that you need to play. For as little as $3, you can join their Patreon and help shape each of the worlds that they create. Next, Edward Yorke. Eddie is our wonderful character artist. You saw his work on our Starting Soon screen, and you will soon see them on our rotating character cards once we bring everybody else in. He is an illustrator based in the UK who makes art for games and books. To visit his portfolio and get in contact with him, visit eyorke.com. Last but not least, we've got 1985 Games. They create affordable, accessible, high-quality accessories for D&D and other TTRPGs. We here in Paradice, and by we I mean Sean, uses their NPC cards, and they have really cool art on the front of them, along with some information about the NPCs on the back of those cards, including, I'm going to do all 6, goals, skills, personality, quirks, flaws, and needs.
Nope.
Damn it.
That's from like a creative writing class. Needs.
Okay. All right. Let's try this.
It's only one that you missed.
Skills, flaws, personality, quirks.
Hugs.
Did you just miss 2 now?
Yep.
You're regressing.
Yep, I am. Sean, what are they?
Goals.
I said that.
And secrets.
Damn, secrets. That's always the one I miss because it's such a secret. But it's not. It's not a secret that these things are amazing. So if you would like to purchase them for yourself, use the code paradiceprod for 10% off your entire order. Couple of last minute things here before we dive into a brand new arc. So if you're just joining us, great time. We also just leveled up. Woo! Well, we'll level up after we long rest because we haven't quite done that yet. But
yeah, but it's nighttime.
We're basically there. If you have not joined us on Discord, do that because Sean writes recaps for us for every session every week. They're one-pagers, really quick, easy way to catch up on our previous sessions. There's stuff from campaign 1 if you scroll back far enough. Oh goodness, excuse me. And stuff from our most recent games. We also have VODs. Every once in a while I'll post a bunch that have gone live. We are all up to date as of this weekend. So go watch.
Did you notice that you released it at midnight, not noon?
I did that on purpose.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I was just like, here, you can have it, world. You can have it at midnight. And then join us in Paradise on Bluesky, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok, as well as the Discord. I'm done. Let's play. Don't forget to bring the other peeps in.
I was just about to do it.
Okay. Just checking.
There they are.
Here they are. Hello, boys. Welcome.
What's up?
Can I speak now?
Yes, you may. Well,
you may not slurp, Michael.
I already ate my dinner, so.
Good.
Uh-oh. There's a new Mr. Udon in town.
Sean, it was terrible. It's so bad.
No, I'll be careful. Don't worry.
Clay,
You could mute yourself.
Yeah, you could.
That's a thing.
That was actually very quiet.
It looks amazing. Now I want it.
All right. Well, now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's jump into our recap of last session. Last we left off, Iron and Mana found themselves awoken by several intruders on Septimus's farm. The corrupted Modron, they know as Monodrone, roamed the Raho Hill forests above in search of a mysterious door. The party was determined to stop them from finding it, due to the risk of Lacuna, the enigmatic and hostile Machina spirit possessing the little machine, from gaining more power. But between them and Monodrone, a large bone eater stalks the fields of the farm. This powerful and violent Fey stalker employs illusory magic to hunt its prey. The party engaged the Fey creature, and despite its tricks, successfully killed the monster. They rushed towards the hills, but chose to take a stealthier route as they approached closer to the little Machina. Thas and Jacquet maintained their stealth, but the rest were exposed. Bjorn, Septimus, and Bruce confronted the Machina. They found him sitting, as if he was waiting for them. He was right next to the mysterious door. Lacuna spoke and demanded Septimus and Bruce yield to his power, but both defied the spirit. As it approached, they both also noticed their mechanical parts deactivating as they had in the past. Septimus declared Lacuna a void, a mistake, and not the true spirit of Machina. He laughed in response. But a fight ensued that brought ruin upon this hilltop. As Lacuna grew more desperate to secure his avatar in this world, he ignited the hilltop in fire and lightning, blasting back trees and enemies alike, as well as blowing up one of Bruce's little traps, sending Bruce into an unconscious state. But as our heroes began to fall, they rose back up. The little machine was destroyed, and Lacuna's influence banished back for now. Our heroes took a moment to breathe and celebrate this hard-fought victory. But the body of Monodrone, this puppet possessed by Lacuna, vanished into celestial dust. So now, in the middle of the night, the party returned to their peaceful slumber as they enter a new stage in their journey. A return to Hyvin with their captive, Bjorn, the former member of the Bone Rattler. There's a lot of bone modifier words in my game. And they can decide what's next for them. But is there anything anyone would like to do before you return to Septimus's house to sleep for the night?
I'd like to ask, does anyone have a health potion or just something? I fucking hurt everywhere. I mean, I guess technically we're going to sleep, so it doesn't really matter, but somebody carry me, please.
I think you'll be just fine, Jacquet says as he's limping from a fractured leg after having a tree fall on him. As he's like, toughen up, Saskia, as he cracks his neck. Oh, if there's anything I know about adventuring, it's that we're going to have a lot more fights like that on the horizon.
Can I at least lean on your shoulder?
Don't touch
me. Walk back, please.
As he like scoots away. Partially because he doesn't want to help her, partially because if any more weight's put on him, he'll probably collapse.
You both fought very well. Septimus will,
I know.
With
Thank
those
you,
words, do healing word for the both of them, each.
Yeah, you would feel.
Doesn't need to be
twice.
much.
For it will be 8
Perfect.
because I rolled 3 ones.
I will take it.
And Sass gets 13.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, Jacques, you would feel. Both of you would feel the familiar stinging of healing. It's a little better though than getting a healing plate stapled to your chest. Although they both are not like super like comforting. Like there's a nice warm feeling that comes over you from Septimus's heal, but you can still feel the bruises unbruising, the blood unclotting, the fractures unfracturing in a almost like the feeling of getting stitches, but in the particular wound.
Bjorn is bleeding profusely, but an hour later he takes a short rest and he's fine.
You see Bruce, and he's just slapping himself with like these plates.
Oh man.
Yeah, imagine everyone's healing themselves and Fion's just like sitting around, like maybe rubbing mud
Dripping
into
blood.
yeah, like into a wound on his head, and he's just like, meh.
Thank you, Septimus.
Before we go, do we want to do anything about this door?
You know, what the fuck is behind it, Septimus? Why did Monodrome want to get in so badly?
I don't know. But I say we
Great
just leave
answer.
it alone for now.
Leave it alone until the next lacuna infused creature comes along? Is that really so smart?
Is this something we should deal with?
What would you have me do?
I don't know. Something. That's what you're
There you
supposed
go.
to do.
No, you finished the first thing you said. You don't know, so.
But the second part was something.
Hmm.
I don't know something.
Well, there's no reason to jump into something without fully knowing what's going on.
Have you always known it was here?
I did.
And you never looked at it? You never investigated it?
I tried many times. I tried
Is
to
it-
crack the thing, but until the encounter that we had with Monodrone the first time at Stony Heath, powers are useless.
Sean,
Mhm.
what happened to the thing after the explosion? Because he did set the mine or the explosion on the door, right?
Yeah, there are
Is-
scorch marks and some streaks on it, but once you like, if you were to wipe away the kind of like leftover ash from the explosion, the door is unharmed.
Also, Sal, did you see where the scrap went? I'm too tired to get.
You look and see that Sal is a pile of scrap because he went down in the fight.
Oh, Sal! Oh God!
Yeah, Septimus is walking over to him.
The like eyes are just like blinking a little bit, and as like a hand just kind of like comes up and drops down.
Kneels
I
down
start-
and starts mending him.
Hey, my goggles work again. I can
I-
see again.
You sure you don't want to bring him back to your workshop? Can you mend him enough to get him going?
Well, yeah,
Here?
Septimus, I can do enough just to get him back, get him up. But yes, he will need some more repairs.
Okay. I could do the old Chewbacca C-3PO move, if you know what I'm
Ooh.
talking about.
I don't understand these references. It must be from the far north.
Yeah. Septimus, as you have for the audience, we have modified Septimus's character sheet a little bit. Now that Sal is a companion as opposed to a minion from your class, in combat he's going to operate very much so like a player, in the sense that a mending can bring him up from being down, and he would do like death saves as a normal player would. But remember, he is a construct, so only your mending and your staff can heal him. Regular healing spells will not.
Yep.
Right. So besides, go ahead.
I want to get the scrap of Modron's body.
There is nothing left of it. It dissipated into celestial dust.
Oh, perfect. As long as it's gone.
Yeah, there are no chances of a random takeover happening with the scrap.
Yeah.
No, this is actually how you can confirm basically that the entity that was this monodrone is dead now, and truly gone from this plane of existence.
Hey, Bruce, was that? Are your goggles working again?
Yeah, I can see now.
No appearance of a figure of Lacuna.
No, it's working like it should. No scary figures. Yeah. I'm gonna try to. I'm not gonna contact anything. And Monodrone's dead.
No, I'm hoping that with defeating Monodrone, its power is subsided for now until we can find a new host.
Wish I could put like a permanent alarm thing around this door so we knew if something else was trying to access it.
Would be good.
Sean, can I take a look inside the door now that I can see?
With your tremor sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a perception check since you're peering through it into its innards. DC's not too difficult with this. We're only looking for higher than a 10.
Guidance myself.
Go for it.
That's an 8 plus 5, making it a 13.
So you can see past the door itself. This is different though from the artifact you all found in Stony Heath. That one repelled your goggles, like you couldn't see inside of it. There's just like you can tell there's something different about this one. This one's much more of truly what it looks like, a door, versus the other one that looked like a cylinder, or a pillar. Beyond the door is what appears to be a spiral staircase going downward. This one's much more of a, for lack of a better way to put it, dungeon, one could say.
Oh. It's not like an artifact like that we found in Stony Heath. It actually leads underground.
How far down can you see?
Bruce is gonna get close and just knock on it. I think I can get probably a good 30 feet.
Yep, and you see it does go down 30 feet, and when it gets to the end of your vision, you see it continues. It's a deeper stairway. You also can see that it is contained with the same sort of metal, so you wouldn't be able to like mold earth your way in.
You know what I'm gonna do? Actually, I'm gonna attempt to hide this, and Bruce is gonna actually use mold earth, and he's gonna just start piling dirt on and do his best to make it look a little natural with what he's got.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's great. You are able to maneuver all of the like rock and mud and dirt over it to make it look as organic as possible, or normal topography as it would be. Can I just get you to give me an intelligence roll? You can add guidance to this if you want, or any other modifier.
Add all of them. Damn it! Oh, actually, well, I'm gonna give myself advantage. Eat
Could
lollipop.
I?
Can I eat a lollipop? Is it
What
too
were you
late?
gonna say?
I was gonna say, can I give
I would
him,
say it's too late for the lollipop.
help? I assume he's trying to hide it, so
Yeah.
Jacques will
Yeah.
use some stealth pointers.
I would
to
allow
be like,
that.
no, maybe use disguise it this way, or they'll never see it if you do it like that.
Oh,
Thank
absolutely.
you.
That'll definitely give you advantage.
I missed that part. I can't see.
I know, that's
Yeah.
why I told you.
Yeah, Jacques, you look at it and it's just like very clearly like the rocks are like sticking out in the wrong direction. So
It looks almost like a hidden door in a video
Yep,
game where you're like, yeah,
exactly.
there's something behind there.
like, is there yellow paint on that rock?
20.
All right, so the DC for another creature to find this or to perceive it as unusual or something off is a 20 for them.
Okay.
That's a good DC.
And then turning to Septimus, Jacquet goes, "You haven't told anyone else about this door, right?"
No. No one besides you.
So, only the 5 of us know it's here. And I guess Lacuna knew. So no one else tell anyone about this. Anyone, even Sigil. Thank you. Even Sigil. For now, we should keep it shut and maybe come back to it another day when we're feeling ready to delve in and, if we need to, and uncover whatever secrets lie.
How are we going to get back if it's this well hidden?
I know the area pretty well on my property.
Also, Jacquet gestures to the blast zone that we are standing in. It's gonna be kind of hard for the forest to regrow over this anytime soon.
Oops.
Yeah, it's definitely like not hard. Like it looks like a very large bomb went off in this area. There's like a small crater and scorch marks all over the ground, and the fallen trees all over the place.
Can we go to bed now? Please.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm exhausted too.
Just be wary of more of those bone snatchers. They may have been scared off from the noise, but who knows? They could be using this as an opportunity.
Just keep talking, Jacquet, and they'll be running.
Jacquet glares, and it's as if 2 daggers have shot out of his eyes and buried themselves into Bruce's body, unbeknownst to him.
Just puts another patch on.
I think I felt something.
So yeah, you can all begin hiking back down the hillside to head back to Septimus's property. The bone eaters that were stalking around,
Snatchers.
the small ones, stalkers, snatchers, eaters, whatever you want to call them.
Bone lovers.
Nope, not that one. They seem to have been sufficiently intimidated earlier, and you don't see any signs of them stalking you, or even if you do see them, they don't seem to have any interest in you all at this moment. They see no opportunity with you all. They would prefer probably just to go to someone else's farm and eat their livestock instead of hunting humans. So Devana might wake up to a dead horse on her property, but they will not attack you all.
Not our problem.
So you can head back and go to bed.
Nice.
All right, so you get your long rest for the evening. The evening is quiet. There's no more disturbances in the night. And yeah, you would wake up the next morning to a chilly morning. Those of you who slept in the first floor near the tarped entrances would be probably, other than maybe Fearn and Sass, who have the resistances, would feel pretty cold. Like you'd wake up in a shiver versus waking up, just naturally. And if you look outside, the sun hasn't risen over the hills yet. So the ground is all kind of like crisped over with that morning frost. As it's just one of those days where it's quite chilly and cold with the mostly overcast sky, but still some sunlight creeping through. As Bjorn would look to those in the living room, having been also seemingly having been awake before you all, with just like sitting in his little corners being like, "Oh, you all survived your little jaunt into the hills. I almost had my freedom back, it looked like, when I saw the explosion."
You could have ran away.
Yeah, but it was smart for you not to.
Jacquet laughs from upstairs.
Oh, given all of your determinations, I thought that would be more trouble than it was worth. I'd rather you bring me in alive than dead.
Well, your cooperation will be noted, though.
As there might be like a tiny part of him that's like, shit, I could have run away. In his heart of
The
hearts.
horses were here. He would never go.
Yeah, Map and Brown. Oh, yeah, he could have just taken your carriage entirely. It's a good thing this man's not a criminal anymore. And also a good thing you didn't bring Twig Snap with you, because she would have absolutely. Anyway. So, anything you'd like to do? I imagine you guys are going to head out pretty early. Or is there anything you want to do before heading out?
Jacquet will, as we're, I imagine, packing the carriage, unless anyone else has something that they want to do. Jacquet would go to Bruce and go, "Hey, Bruce, do you mind doing me a favor?
What's up, Jacquet?
That pipe of yours that can send messages. I was wondering if you could reach out to Orin for me. I don't know if you're aware, but it's my birthday in 2 days. 3 days, actually, excuse me, on the 30th.
Yep.
And I was, I don't know, thinking about renting out the Harlequin and Chalice, throwing a banger like I used to. Huh?
Hey, you host your own birthday? Party?
No, usually my father's the one to put on a big party, but, and then you see 3 little dot appears over Jacquet's head as he's like, that's not going to happen this year, so I guess I have to, keep the tradition alive. Because I actually know my birthday, Jacquet says out loud to no one in particular.
I didn't know our birthdays were so fucking close, Jacquet. That's pretty cool.
I'm just surprised that you have a birthday. I just figured you manifested from vanity itself.
Very funny, Septimus.
And are you trying to fund this event, or are you trying to bring people? How are you gonna bring people in for your birthday? Is that just?
They're gonna hear that Jackie Touche is doing a performance for Jacquet Touchard's birthday, and then finally maybe someone will make the fucking connection. It's the same person.
All right, okay, so you're asking for a performance. Got it. All right.
Right, but afterwards, it'll be a big, extravagant party at the Chalice, Let him know that I can pay if he wants to, and when we get into town, I'm gonna have to send out some invites, but, I think it'll be a good time.
Do we get goodie bags?
No.
Can I put them together?
What? Goodie bags?
Yeah. Have you never given out party favors or goodie bags at the end of a party?
I've done favors, but party bags, that sounds so pedestrian.
Oh, it's like it's just a little something that you give out to your guests as they leave to be like, remember me. We could put some of our business cards in them. Let me put them together.
Okay, fine. If you want to do that, just don't associate it with me.
I mean, it's good to get our name out. Any chance I can get to get rid of some of these things, and I pull out a handful of business cards, just give it to her.
Beautiful. How many do you give me, Fear?
Good question. I had 50, and then I lost count.
So you're not keeping track of your business cards?
I would say I probably gave you 20.
Great.
I was not keeping track.
That's okay.
Yeah, Sean, do you have a note of every NPC that has a business card of mine?
I have one
of yours. Yours is easier to note because it's usually a pretty important character that has it. But
I'm still holding on to one of the magic ones.
So I'm gonna go outside.
Mm-hmm.
And I will take out the pipe.
Okay.
Lean against the side of the building and give it a whiff.
All right. You got your message?
I guess.
There we go.
Here we go. All right. Hey, Oren. It's Bruce. In 2 days.
3 days.
Jacquet's birthday.
Oh no!
Sorry. I can't believe I fucked that up.
I mean, you have enough words to fix it.
I meant 3 days.
You also, instead of using all those words, you could have said the 30th.
Still going. All right.
This is why Huron wrote all of his sendings out first.
Bruce is getting used to it. All right. Performance by Jackie Touche. Invite everyone to this event. Thanks.
You actually have one more word because you counted touche as 2 words.
It's hyphenated. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you then.
Okay.
Thanks you.
Yeah.
You would get a response. Oh, Bruce! I thought you was dead. Hadn't heard from you a while. You left the town. To be honest with you, I can't assume you're dead every time you leave town. But that's okay. Good to hear from you, boy. Jackie wants a party. All right, that's no problem. We can organize that. Does he want a private room? Does he want open bar? What's he trying to do here? What time? How many guests? Is he looking to, I can make a package for him. No problem. Let me know.
Hey, Jacquet. Hey.
Yes.
Hey,
As he comes back, and even though there's really no more smoke, Jacquet's still like clearing the air.
He wants to know, how many people he should invite. Should he make a package? What are the details? What time are we starting this event?
I don't know. What do I look like? A party planner to you?
He just told me to plan a party, or to tell Aura to plan a party.
Yeah. That's what I pay him for.
All right, go back inside.
Badly.
Bruce takes another hit of the pipe. Jacquet doesn't plan parties.
Fuck.
Another
Please feel free to use your judgment. Plan this party yourself.
You would get thanks. You would get a response. He doesn't want any say in it. All right then. Well, I'll plan an extravaganza for him, and I guess we'll just settle the bill when he gets here. Thanks, Bruce.
Jacquet, I have so many ideas for these goodie bags. This is gonna be amazing.
Okay.
Oh, people are not going to remember, or not. No, wrong. They're not going to forget. It's going to be a great way to remember your party. I need to know a couple things first, actually. What is your favorite color?
My favorite color?
Mm-hmm.
He looks at his rings on his hand. I guess gold is a pretty nice color, don't you think? It goes well with my complexion.
Okay. What is your favorite seashell?
What?
Your favorite seashell? When you go on the beach and you collect shells and you admire them, do you have a favorite?
Saskia, let me be honest with you. I don't think I've ever spent more than half of a second thinking about a seashell, let alone which one would be my favorite.
All right, let's
I don't
try
know, the
something
one that
different.
gets the most at a, market, the most valuable.
Okay, I have two
Says the
more
man who
questions.
keeps a necklace of
Seashell
seashells.
necklace.
In
Yeah,
his bag all the
exactly.
time.
All right, two more questions.
Okay.
What is your favorite game?
Back home, we used to play this game. It was called Dragons and Dungeons. Take on the role of adventurers. No, I'm just kidding. That sounds like a load of hogwash to me. I really like Hazard. It's a dice game you play.
Okay.
It's like craps, but more refined.
Okay. And last, your favorite animal.
My favorite animal?
Has anyone ever asked you these questions before?
I mean, maybe like when I was, being tutored at a young age. But I haven't really thought about that in decades.
It still matter.
Gloveless seems like a dog person to me.
Do you like dogs?
I mean, they're fine. I don't know, something about them always puts me on edge. My favorite animal.
You don't have to tell me right now. You can think about it. We have a couple of days for me to put together these bags, but I need to know before the party, okay?
Why? What are you doing?
No, I'm putting together the party bags.
Right, but you should just get something expensive to put in there. That's what people want.
Oh, I have 150 silver to my name, so I'm gonna get a little creative. So just let me know.
He walks off.
Let me know when you figure it out, because it's important, I promise.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anything else anyone would like to do at the farm or homestead before you head out?
I just want to tidy up the... Well, actually, no, I didn't actually put down the teleportation circle. No.
Spend some time in the morning doing that.
Probably won't be enough time there to actually get it completely set up.
Mm-hmm.
So
okay,
I'm gonna not do it.
Oh, no problem. Anything else? Last call.
Yeah, I don't know how much time we wasted in the morning, but like Fearon probably would have gotten up early to exercise, and instead of doing his regular routine, he might have just been like moving logs into a position where they would like be easily accessible if you were going to fix the hole in the wall. Like, he doesn't really know what he's doing. He just figured, if I stack them up nearby, people might think that somebody's gonna do it.
Okay. So stacking supplies while everyone else is getting ready. All right, you can all climb into the carriage and set off for the day.
Nice.
Who's driving?
Me.
Cool. All right, so you can whip the reins, and Maps and Brown will take off. And you can head back east towards Hyvin. The day starts to warm up. By the afternoon, the sun is out. The clouds kind of dissipate a little bit. It's a bright, shiny day compared to the rain and fog that has taken over the last week. As you make your way, you will arrive not this evening, but the next evening to Hyvin with the carriage. So you'll have to stop for the night at Fairhold again. But as you're going through on this day, you would notice folks getting their last harvests in at the many farms that you're passing, and starting to prepare their fields for the winter months. As opposed to, say, a couple weeks ago when you took this travel, or really more like a month ago when you first were out in these parts, it all looks all very flat and a little bit grim, and just sort of the tilled over fields and the expanse of it, keeping your eyes maybe on the hills to the north as you're passing. As you're getting close to around midday, actually probably more like the afternoon, you would be passing a little part of the road that passes over a old creek And you would notice up ahead at the very small, kind of very simple but sturdy wooden bridge that goes over this little ditch, you would notice there is another cart coming in your direction that you need to yield for. But you also would notice a woman standing by the bridge in what looks like, very simple farmer's garb, maybe even like worse than that, maybe a traveling pauper, as she's sort of like shouting at this cart as it passes by, and actually even like reaches up and follows it for a little while and is trying to talk to the person on the cart and the people within the cart. As you'll notice, it's just probably, a couple of farmers with a few hired guards for the road who are probably heading deeper south or north or west. You do notice that some of these guards, though, they do have the scarfs of the Alumno Defiance. There's 2 of them in the cart with the farmer. As you know, Septimus, like even before the start of these reforms, the Alumno Defiance were sellswords. You could never afford them, which is why you hired these people when they were first in town. But they seem to still be operating. They might not be, because when you were first here in Hyvin, like they were all over the place selling their business. You don't really see them in the streets of Hyvin anymore ever since the governor's appearance. But this is evidence showing that they are still operating their mercenary forces within Hyvin or within Asia. But they don't seem concerned with this woman who is like in distress, begging them. As she's following the cart, she would make eye contact with you, Septimus, as the cart passes you when you yield so that you can then go over the bridge. She looks at you. She's got this long, stringy, like graying, dirty blonde hair. She's looking really distressed. She has a bloody lip as she comes over and sees you and stares up and says, "Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. You look like you're wealthy or an adventurer of some kind. Can you help me? Can you help me? My sister. My sister. She's missing. She's been taken up the creek. Up the creek. Someone needs to help me. Someone." You would all hear this from inside the carriage.
Looking at Jack.
Taken by. Calm down. Who was your sister taken by?
And she kind of like she has this like rag clumped up in her hands that looks more like a well-woven handkerchief, maybe a family heirloom. It's got caked in blood though, as she sort of just puts it up to her bruised and split lip. There was a man, and she said she met him at the crossroads, and they disappeared. I followed as much as I could, but they got ahead of me. They went up the creek. I just need you to find her. Someone to help me find her. She could be in danger. She had met this man not a couple of days ago.
Fian sticks his head out. Yeah. Was that the last time you saw her? A couple days ago?
That's when I was following them, and yes, I've been begging on the streets for a couple of days now, and no one will stop. No one will listen to me. You're the first to even stop.
I poke my head out next to Fian. Oh, we've got to help, right? We have to help.
No, we don't.
If it was a few days ago, I don't know if we can track them.
Oh, that's okay. That's not where I thought you were going.
I know they went.
Do you know where they're going?
No idea where they're going. I just know they went up the creek. And this man, there's something behind his eyes I couldn't trust. There's something. I just need to find my sister. There's darkness behind his eyes.
Did she go willingly?
And then she gets a little quiet at that, and she looks up and goes, "Well, yes, but I'm telling you, this man, there's something presence. devilish.
Do you happen to have something of your sister's with you?
Yes, yes, yes. And she holds up the handkerchief scrunched in her hand.
I woke up this morning and kind of felt like I have some sort of new magic. Okay. I actually might be able to help and see her. Can you tell me a little bit about what she looks like? And so, before you do that, do you mind if we just, talking to the rest of them, do you mind if we just stop for a minute and can we help?
If you think we can.
Do you have coin? Jacquet shouts from inside.
Kick my leg back.
I don't have a lot of coin.
Ignore him.
Not gonna get far giving out free favors to everyone we meet.
Sean, at this point, can I roll the inside check for everything
Yes.
I've heard?
Mm-hmm.
Septimus will come, raise a hand and be like, everyone, hold on.
Okay.
Even if we wanted to help you right now, unfortunately, we cannot.
No, wait.
We're carrying a criminal, and we
Wait,
need to
just
deliver them to Hyvin.
10 minutes.
We do not
Septimus.
have time
10 minutes.
to track down
we
this
have 10
person at
minutes.
the present moment.
I'm not saying that we track them. I'm just saying, let me look, and maybe I can offer some peace of mind and point her in the right direction. 10 minutes.
Septimus is like looking at the bridge or whatever, like seeing like how much longer. He's like, how much longer do I have to wait now? Like, is the reason we're waiting because it's like a single file like bridge?
It's a single lane bridge. So like if you're in a carriage or a cart, you have to wait if someone else is coming ahead of you. I mean, the road's not super busy right now, but you do know that it does get
other way, right?
No, they already passed you.
You
already
could
passed you.
right now. You could crack the reins and
You could technically just go for it right now, but I don't know what I can offer you. It just, even if you just,
quick, Sass. Whatever you're gonna do, do it.
Yeah,
I'll give you 5 minutes.
10.
5.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about her. What does she look like?
She looks like me, but younger, and
okay.
Her hair is red. She may be able to offer more coin. She's much more successful business than me.
Don't worry about that.
She sells textiles.
Okay.
She's a weaver.
What's her name?
Lorena.
For a moment, Jacquet looked interested. He sat up. The book was lowered, and then he just went back to reading.
If only she had a more whimsical name.
Okay. Can I see that handkerchief?
And her hand's trembling, she would hand it to you.
Yeah.
I got a 25, Sean.
Oh, damn.
Insight-wise, the state of this woman and her voice is all giving you, honest vibes. She's too distraught to be either that or she's a even better actor than Jacquet.
Impossible.
Yeah. Possible.
Okay. I would like, for the first time ever, to try and scry on this person holding this this handkerchief, and with a little bit of a description. Because I have the possession, the wisdom modifier, whatever she rolls, she's to -4 from it.
Oh, also just willingly fail, right? I don't know if that's a thing.
I don't think they notice.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Also, if
it's the kind of thing that you have to know that you're being, it's like you have to communicate, hey, let this happen, kind of thing.
Gotcha.
But it's a stranger like this.
A handkerchief, would there perhaps be some saliva or a lock of hair or a bit of nail on it so that the modifier gets even better?
I mean,
She
it's got.
drooled all over it.
I mean, it's
Blood on
she's
it?
Got blood, right?
There's blood on it. Yes, yes, and there's too
Which-
much blood on it to be just from this woman's split lip.
So would you count that?
Yes,
as...
I would allow that. I would count that as
Yay!
a
So minus
body part.
10, Sean. Wisdom
Yeah.
save.
Like, I'm pretty sure the only way. I don't think this woman can succeed on this. What's your saving DC?
16. Wisdom 16.
Yeah, it's impossible for her to save because she's a everyday person. She has like a +1 wisdom
Commoner.
modifier.
Got
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually,
So
she probably has some -1 wisdom because she followed this stranger into the woods.
I don't know. I
Okay.
just woke up this morning with I don't know how I'm gonna connect this. I'll think about that. Go on.
You don't have to. You could just. It doesn't have to be something that happened overnight. This is magic that you've developed over time. We'll say.
Okay.
Okay. So, but let's see. All right. So you both your eyes go white, like your one bad eye, as you're looking from afar. And it's almost like you have like you've passed through some water and seawater and then come out the other side as a just your visuals and auditory as a scrying eye. As you would see a younger version of the woman on the road with red hair, or more of a ruddy strawberry blonde, as she is tied up with obsidian chains, and she sits with a gag in her mouth in the center of a pentagram that is glowing bright red, as this man stands in front of her with a book where the binding of the book looks to be made from not leather but human skin, as he as he is chanting in a language you don't understand unless you understand Infernal.
Nope.
And there's just sort of this shadow coming over this small glade that does look like the creek. Like, it looks not dissimilar to
far?
where you are. Yeah, like it wouldn't be too far away. Probably, a certain distance north, like she said, the direction they went. As there's some kind of devilish ritual going on here.
Okay. How long it's last? Hang on, let me look at this real quick. 10 minutes. Okay. As soon as I see that, I'll end the spell, pull it out, and like I'm taking a deep breath coming out of the water, and I blink, my eye will go back to normal, and just kind of stare open mouthed at the other.
Did you see her?
Everybody.
Did you see her?
Everything all right?
Yes. And fuck no.
What's wrong?
How far I'm sorry, can I gauge how far away the creek is?
I mean, judging by, you know what? Give me a quick perception check that we'll say you did right before you left the scry on the surrounding area.
14.
That's not bad. Based on, you kind of look to the horizon, you can kind of gauge how far the Raho Hills are from this, and you can see that they're probably, maybe an hour north up the creek.
So, something. That man. Maybe you want to step away for a second, ma'am. I just a second. Let me talk to my friends.
No. I need to know what my sister is.
She's in trouble, in danger. It looks like a ritual of some kind. Guys, we have to go. She's tied up. There's a pentagram. There's a book there's some sort of ritual going on. I don't know what's happening, but it's.
How far?
There's always a ritual in a book, isn't there?
An hour, maybe. If we run, we can maybe we could intercept it. She's in real trouble.
An hour? What are we gonna do with Bjorn?
I don't know, but
we could tie him up, leave him here with the with this lady.
We don't have. It's happening right now. We need to do something. I don't know what kind of ritual it is, but it doesn't look good.
If I wanted to leave, I'd have left last night.
Yeah, but now we gave you the idea.
Jacques
You've been thinking about it for a whole morning.
And kind of like, isn't loading it, but like checking like the release or something. He's like, hero's gotta do what a hero's gotta do, right?
Septimus, since you don't have a stat block for Sal right now, we could leave Sal behind.
I was considering that, as long as that's what the
just throwing that out there as an idea.
Yes.
Also for us to, because I didn't give you a stat block, so if you do go, he's not in the fight.
We've got to help.
All right. Okay. Let's go.
But at this point, the woman is just sobbing, leaning against the fence post of the bridge. Like she took that news in the worst possible way.
That's why I wanted her to step away.
She's doing that like no sounds coming out, crying.
Yep.
Like snot coming out of her nose.
Damn.
As
let's just say, yeah, when she starts to sob, Septimus kind of like was trying to be as abrasive as can, but just like gets into himself, just like, damn it. Thinking back to like the plenty of siblings he's missed, he's like, fine, we can help.
Jacques leaps out of the carriage and goes, "Lucky day for you today, ma'am, as you ran into iron and mana. Don't fret, your sister will be delivered in the next 2 to 3 hours, safe and sound, and probably better for it. Life experiences, you know how it is. Come on, gang, let's get to it."
I'm driving.
We're not taking the carriage off-road.
Sal, stay with Bjorn.
It's
make
an
sure he goes
emergency.
anywhere.
Sal nods and stands in front of the doors of the carriage.
Think you can asphyx your staff in the middle of the carriage so it doesn't take it somehow? Or your removable rod?
My bird. Okay. Yeah, I could do that. So Bruce takes his one and only weapon.
That's not true. You have a frying pan, sir.
I do have a frying pan. I forgot about that. But that's my shield.
You're muted, Sean.
He did turn the frying pan into a shield. Although there's kind of a world where, like, I guess you really just kind of attached like an arm strap to it. It still has its handle. Like you can still, it's like almost interchangeable. You like either it's a shield or it's a weapon.
Yeah,
Why
it's
not
buckler.
both?
Little Captain America, he's a little.
Yeah, that's true.
The frying pan.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you are gonna follow up the creek to see if you can find this woman. Oh, right. And from the sounds of it, you're going at full speed, not trying to sneak up. You're just trying to get there as soon as possible.
Sounds good.
Do you want to mechanically travel faster than a regular pace?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I mean, when Saskia would probably alert us when she thinks we're getting close, and then at least Jacques would slow down.
Mm-hmm.
But however that works mechanically.
Okay.
Fion's probably just following Saskia because she knows where she's going. Hopefully.
Yeah, Sass would definitely, I'm assuming, take the lead. And y'all can travel much quicker, so you'll get there in less than an hour if you're going at a fast pace.
While we're going, I will cast Detect Evil and Good. Because her mentioning the summoning circle ritual spell seems very demonic or fiendish.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe if I get a whiff of something along the way, it can help track faster, potentially.
How long does Detect Evil and Good last?
Oh, damn, it's only 10 minutes. Well, that's a good point.
You could cast it like when Sass thinks
I guess
you're close.
halfway.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah, well, I'll save it till like after like it's been almost an hour and we should be getting close.
Yeah. Absolutely. So you are, like, I imagine, following along on the side of the creek, heading up north, moving at a fast pace. Everyone takes a -5 penalty to their passive perception. But I don't think you're really concerning yourself too much. This area normally is a very safe area. As you're rushing up, it's probably around a half hour, Septimus, that Sass, you would say that you're starting to recognize the area, and the horizon is looking familiar with where the Raho Hills are. So, Septimus, if you'd like, you can cast Detect Evil and Good here.
It's around here, Septimus. We're right. We're really close.
I do.
Septimus, you are immediately struck in the face with the smell of sulfur. And you there's a visual appearance to you on at the basin of the creek, where you can see sort of these infernal footsteps where somebody has been walking, and there is like just this sort of like vague footprint aura that has this sort of like greenish fire to it.
Here, wait, slow down, everyone. I can see a trail. Definitely some. It's what I take it as. Demonic or devilish?
Fiendish. Yeah, or fiendish overall. You don't know specifically whether it's devilish or demons until you get closer and see what the creature looks like.
I could see the footprints of whatever creature left its way. It head down to the creek over there. Now might be a good time to, well, at least for you two, point to Quiet and Sass, to maybe start stealthing while the three of us move in.
All right. All right. So, as you're traveling, those of you who are stealthing, give me a stealth check. And for those of you who are stealthing, are you staying on kind of like the sides? I imagine you're staying up on the sides of the creek where there's more brush. Because like, whereas all of this is like very flat farmland, this dried out creek does have like trees and brush all growing along it, and it's actually very overgrown. So there actually is quite a lot of areas to hide if you are hiding. So whoever rolled me a stealth, give me your roll.
13.
13.
Natural 20 for 32.
Very nice.
Quiet. Do we leave him by the cardigan?
Excellent.
Did you are you setting a pace for us, Septimus?
I would ask you to take the lead, being the biggest and most intimidating person between me and Bruce.
If that's the case, you point in a general direction.
Yeah. I'll tell you the where the footsteps are going, and I'll be by your right side and kind of guide you as to
Great.
Like where it looks like it's going to end.
Sean, I'm taking off. Like I'm going as fast as I can.
No problem. Okay. Bjorn takes off with Septimus and Bruce in tow. Cool. All right. So again, do you all stay on the sides, or do you jump down into the dried out creek to follow the footprints where they are? Which, granted, they're going up the creek, so you just have to follow the creek in some way.
Yeah, I don't see the footprints, so I just take the direct route.
Okay. Mainly, I'm asking if you're staying on the banks or in the basin.
I would suggest him to stay on the banks. Banks would be above, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, I would suggest just following the banks.
How deep's the basin?
It's not super deep. It's probably 10 feet at its deepest. Some areas maybe getting a little bit deeper, or the sides get a little bit higher. Maybe there's a bit more of a rock, but it's not a super deep basin.
Fear, piggyback.
All right. I don't put him on my shoulder. I hold him like a satchel, like sideways.
Like a football.
Like a football, exactly.
Bruce is gonna send Lollyrock up.
Okay.
As he takes off, Septimus tries to follow him. Like, I need to replace my lungs with iron next.
As Sass and I guess Sass, you Jacquet disappears from your perception too. as you are going along with your 13 on the sides of the bank. It's about 10 or so minutes of hiking. Not really even 10. Like you're very close. Like 5 minutes before even those of you who don't have detect evil and good would start to smell that sulfurous brimstone scent that often comes with fiends. And you would start to see like some of the vegetation has like wilted in the area from the presence of this evil, as you would actually be able to see in the distance, where some of the banks get up a little bit higher than the 10 feet, almost like there is a little rocky outcropping here, surrounded by a copse of trees. You would just barely make out the man there. And you'd see some red light coming from the ritual circle itself. He hasn't noticed you yet, but you're probably about like 100 feet away from him. Those of you who are not stealthing, if you get closer, he would likely hear your approach unless you tried stealthing. But there's a moment where he doesn't know that you're there. Perhaps he's overly invested in the ritual. And actually, I just want to do one thing before anyone says anything. God, I am like so bad at rolling. Okay, so anyone with a 14 or higher passive perception, which you guys are moving fast, so your passives are reduced by 5. So I don't think anyone would make that passive. Okay. Although Jacquette and Sass are not moving fast because you're stealthing, so you would have regular passive perceptions. Do either of you have a 14 or higher? Both of you? Okay. You're gonna notice this after whatever decision they make right now about their approach, because you're a little bit behind them once they charged forward.
How far away are they from us?
So you're about 100 feet from the ritual. I would say that they are 100 feet behind you up the creek. But with your keen eyes, you all would notice on the higher tiers of this little rock outcropping, another figure that is there. That, this one, Sass, as you saw in the vision, this guy was like he looked like a human, but was using some kind of dark magic. This creature is hideous. Almost like it has these you can just barely notice some like insectoid like wings, and then its body is almost like that of a bulbous dark purple and blue slug that then comes up into sort of this amalgam of flesh that makes up this head that has that same purple, indigo, bluish husk, but it looks like it almost like has like sunken into that flesh, is just sort of like skin taut over like skulls, with little lights in their eyes, and it is carrying what looks like a bow made out of flesh as well. Don't look at me that way, Stefan.
Is there a way we can move undetected?
You can stealth. There's no harm in risking a stealth, I always say, if you're this close. Unless someone wanted to attack right now where he hasn't seen you yet with any kind of like ranged attack.
I cast blur on myself and I keep running.
I'll hang back and try to stealth while he engages.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
Bruce
Fear still has me, so I guess Bruce is also engaged.
I try to stealth too.
Okay, Septimus, go ahead and roll me a stealth check. This will determine whether or not you are detected, because Fearn is going to immediately be detected running in. 18. Okay, that's good. So, I think it is a good moment to roll initiative.
Yeah. Don't get the DMCA'd. You know
It's a
that.
cover. It's a legal cover. It's fine.
Okay. Oh, good stuff. All right. 5 to 25.
Yeah,
5
everyone
to
gets
25?
5 to 25, yeah. Uh-huh.
7.
I'm sorry, 20 to 25. 15 to 19.
18.
17.
17. Jaquet can go first.
Becky, Sassy, and Seppi.
Seppi.
10 to 15.
10.
And
It's
nice.
fucking damn it, Clayton.
And you said you got a 7, Fionn?
Yep. We're I don't know. I caught the bad roll bug last session. I was still getting over it.
It just bounces from player to player each week. Somebody has to have it.
Mm-hmm.
Mike's its favorite.
It is.
Okay. All right. So, let's see. So, Septimus, you feel pretty well hidden from this ritualist. Fionn, you go charging in, and the loud rattling of your armor clanking against Bruce's cast iron pan very quickly alerts this figure to your presence. And the figure turns their head and catches your eye so that you're equal in your initiative in the sense of no surprise round happens for you. But he rolled really low on his initiative, so he is not going to get to go before any of you. But the other creature rolled higher than all of you. So they are going to go first. And you do not... The only people who see this creature are Sass and Jaquet. So it has advantage on its first attack.
Or does it? Because if it's attacking me, I cast Blur on myself.
It is attacking you.
Okay,
Oh, it doesn't
well
have
then it rolls
advantage.
straight.
Okay. Okay, Fionn does a 24 hit.
Yes.
Okay.
That is the magic number.
All right. Why am I missing all my dice?
That's with disadvantage? Oh, wait, no, it's not disadvantage. Never mind.
It's not a disadvantage, yeah. So, Fionn, you're going to take 10 piercing damage and 12 psychic damage. As you are rushing forward, you got Bruce under one arm, you're rushing in, you imagine you'll have your sword, and you just you see out of nowhere this long, ethereal blue glowing bolt comes firing down from one of the higher croppings of rocks and hits you right in the chest, and you feel it kind of like dissipate as it hits you, almost like it entered your body, and the etherealness dissipated throughout your chest as you just feel this, gut-wrenching stop where you're stopped in your tracks for a moment, not mechanically, just in that moment.
Imagine Fionn just drops Bruce right on the ground.
Yeah, we'll say for the sake of your autonomy in movement, you get dropped to the ground.
Fair.
And Fionn, maybe this brings you to a knee, but as you stand up to go to a second, to stand back up to charge further, a second one comes at you. This one does have disadvantage because you've seen where it came from now.
Yep.
And this one will not hit with an 11 to hit you. So you see this one you are able to swiftly move your head back as the bolt dissipates across the rocky basin of the dried out creek. The next one, though, you look up and you can see that slug-like archer creature with the bug wings up there slithering behind the rocks almost to take its own cover, as it then, though, peeks around the other side of the rock and looks down and sees a little Seppi who thinks he's hidden, and fires off an attack against him because it did see you, Septimus. Wait, no, sorry, you rolled an 18, right?
Yes.
Sorry, never mind. Meets it
I
beats.
rolled a 13.
You're too far
Stealth
away.
of 4. Okay, too far.
Well, I mean, I guess it could attack you with disadvantage, but it's not going to. It's going to attack Bruce.
Sweet Bruce.
I'm prone, right?
Oh yeah, disadvantage. She's prone.
You know what? I'll allow it. I'll allow a little a prone for this.
That means you spend half your movement to get up.
Yeah, that's why I'm allowing it. Does an 18 hit?
Yes.
Okay. All right, Bruce, you are going to take 8 points of piercing damage, and then 6 points of psychic damage. I need you to give me a. No, I'm sorry. You would all see, and anyone who didn't see this thing now definitely sees it, as there would be, from its chest, the skin opens up, and there are these horrifying ethereal blue lights inside its chest that look like humanoid figures, almost like souls inside there, as one of them just fires out into the air and rushes towards you, Bruce, and screeches as it dissipates through you as you are afraid of this creature now.
I like to imagine that, like, Bruce didn't recognize that until, because I mean, he had his bird vision on the whole time.
That's true. That's true. Suddenly, Bruce, yeah. Bruce, as Lollyrock is flying in the sky, you see this like bright blue light, and like, what's that? Oh no, it's heading towards me. And then you feel this just dread sink into your stomach as this creature on the hilltop. You are terrified of this sluggish monster. But that is the demon's turn. Sass, you are up. You can you see this happening 200 feet or so, a little less than 200 feet ahead of you. You see it hit your allies. You are 100 feet away from Septimus right now, and then you're 200 feet away from the man in the ritual. The monster shooting arrows is roughly equal to the man distance-wise, but about 20 or 30 feet up. I think 30 feet up. While you're thinking about what you want to do, I'm going to turn our battle map on.
Cool. How does Warlock get more spell slots?
Level up.
I don't even know if that's how they get it.
Do we ever get more spell slots as we level up?
Yes.
Like level
I have my pro and power,
11.
so I can use that, but I have an idea.
But you get cool incantations.
I do.
You can cast all spells at the highest level.
Yeet. I'm going to use one of those high level spells right now. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So it needs to be mathing. How far away did you say I was? 200 feet? My 200 feet, Sean? From the guy?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So if I do that and then that. 10, 60. God, math is hard. Okay. I think I know what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Lay
What
it
are you
on
going to do?
us.
All right, I am going to use my action to cast Dimension Door. And I'm going to cover, let's say, so I can do, I'm 200 feet away. I want to cover 140 feet of that. So I want to move. You go through my dimension door 140 feet towards the guy.
Okay, in a straight line?
In a straight line, which will put me 60 feet away.
Okay.
And then I want to, with my bonus action, summon a tentacle, which is, I can do the point you can see within 60 feet of me.
By the way, Jacquet, you're up after this. 60 feet, you said?
Mm-hmm. Within 60 feet. Yep. So tentacle goes right up next to the guy, and I don't know if this is too specific, but I want to try and smack the book out of his hands with the tentacle. And if that's too specific, then I'll just try and hit him and try and interrupt him.
So I would allow it as a targeted hit. It's just going to be a little harder than just regularly hitting him.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
Okay.
So you can go ahead.
All right, here we go. 16.
16 misses.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
As the tentacle slaps down towards the book, and this figure quickly closes the book in his hands and turns back away from it, and he is now kind of like readies himself for a fight.
Mm.
Oh shit, I closed this on the initiative order.
Jacquet's next. And then Septimus, I think.
Okay. Yeah, it's Jacquet, Septimus, Bruce, Fiern, Ritualist.
Okay. And then I'll use, just kind of like grinding my teeth knowing that it missed, I will close in another 30 feet. So I'll get 30 feet closer.
Okay, you are just below those fallen.
Yep. Yep. And that will be my turn.
Okay. Jacquet, you are up. You are 100 feet from your allies, and 200 feet from the baddies.
Feline agility!
Hell yeah. All right, how far do you want to go?
Move 60 feet up, and then dash to move 120 feet up. Preferably so I have line of sight on the, we'll say, cultist, but in cover from, if this is wooded area, the demon. If that's possible. If not, that's fine. I am prioritizing being in range of the cultist.
Okay. I did say that it was well brushed, so you can conceal yourself behind some overgrown trees.
Fantastic. So I'm going to make a stealth attack against the cultist. Ooh, that's 27 to hit, my guy.
That will definitely hit, and as you can see, you're on the bottom left of the battle map right now.
I see.
Behind all
Thank
that
you.
brush.
All right, so that's going to be a total of 18 magical piercing damage.
Okay, so as your bolt goes flying towards this creature, and he is not paying attention at all to you. He is like looking at this tentacle and like looking around it towards Sass, Fiern, and Bruce. The bolt hits him in the chest, and you watch as he falls to a knee, and you can see his whole form, his human form, just sort of slews off of him into this like gray mud. As you can see, rising from it is his true devilish form. As you can see, this very fiendish creature with huge muscles, these two wings that are kind of folded back so that they look like a cape, wearing this half plate, very ornate armor, with these two massive horns coming up.
Oh, fuck.
Oh my.
Oh my god. Is it that big?
Yes, he grows in size. Like as he comes out of the muck, it's almost like the muck just keeps covering the body until it all slews off, and it reveals a large, fiendish creature in half-plate armor with those wings folded back as if they were a nice, gorgeous cape. I'm sorry, Jacques, can you tell me how much damage that was again?
18 magical piercing.
Okay. Okay. All right, anything else, Jacques?
No, thank you, though.
All right, Septimus, you are up. You are about 100 feet south of where you can see the fiend right now. What would you like to do?
Does it look like the ritual has been interrupted?
Yes. It looks like him reading from the book is what was necessary. As you can see, the woman is like laying on the pentagram in the obsidian chains. As far as you can tell, Septimus, neither the fiend nor the demon archer have noticed you.
Okay. Then I can move up with still being stealth, right? Or I have to roll another stealth?
You would have to stay on the sides, but you can move up, like sort of stay in the brush, like where Jacques is.
All right, then I'll move up. My movement speed,
Okay.
30 feet.
30 feet. Okay.
And I'll cast a guiding bolt at the guy.
All right, you can do so with advantage.
Ready. Ooh. 24 to hit.
24 to hit. My guy has got his new levels dispersed, and he's suddenly fucking shit up. Okay. 24 absolutely
That
hits.
time. Then he will take 14 radiant damage.
14 radiant. Excellent. As you can see, it crashes into the half-plate chest piece and dents in the infernal armor. You can see it almost smokes with radiant light afterwards, that same sort of light that was channeled into your arm, as the creature sort of falls back and now has a nice big old target on its chest for whoever attacks next.
Yeah.
Anything else, Septimus?
That will do it.
Okay. Bruce, you are up. You are frightened of the creature that's in the top right corner on the high peak of that rocky outcropping. So you can't move closer to that creature. I will say I would allow you to orbit that creature.
Oh no, Bruce is running away. He's terrified.
Fair.
I'm going to get up and run in the opposite direction and find a nice tree to hide behind. While using my... So I'm going to do two things. I'm going to try to use the hide action, and I'm going to use a bonus action to cast Sanctuary on myself.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Oh yeah, you got it, Sean.
Bruce, your cowardice has made it so I cannot display you on the battle map.
I have a 6.
A 6, okay. Bruce, you feel very confident in your hiding skills. But I will say you did say you get behind a tree, so you do have, as long as you stay behind that tree, you have covered.
Okay. And I have Sanctuary on me now.
Perfect. All right. Anything else, Bruce?
That's it.
All right. Fearn, you are up.
How far away?
You're 70 feet away.
I only got 30 feet. Dang. Okay.
All right, Fearn, what are you doing?
I'm gonna walk up 30 feet. I'll be 40 feet away from it. I'm just gonna go. Where's the other creature, the archer creature that shot at me? Is it right next to him?
No, it's all the way up here.
Okay. If I were to use a dash action, how close could I get to that thing?
to that thing, you can get 30 feet closer. So the issue is it's elevated. So like to climb up the sides of the bank is going to use twice your movement. So it would be, you could run 5, 10, 15 to the bank.
What's the distance from the edge of the bank to it if I were to use, say, Misty Step?
So there's 20 feet from the base of where its little like tower peak is. So if you use like Misty Step to get up onto the first layer there on the bank, you would still kind of like, you'd still have to get pretty up high. It's of everything here, that's the highest point that it's concealing itself in. And when I say conceal, I mean it's just.
So can I like full dash up that embankment and then Misty Step?
You actually can, with a full dash, get to the very top of the embankment. Like right, you could get right here, and then you actually there's just enough space for you to get to the edge of that high up part. So you could Misty Step up there.
Okay, that's what I'll do then. I'm just gonna jump right up next. I'm gonna teleport right up next to it. I have a big sword in my hand and I'm ready. Or, you know, a big maul in my hand and I say, that hurt. That's it.
Well said.
Okay. All right, Fearn, that was your turn. That leaves it up to the ritualist's turn, or the fiend. It is going to it like walks forward towards you, Sass, and it just sort of like, you see it just like sort of drag its foot through your tentacle, and just moves closer to you.
And I am still blurred. I rolled concentration.
Okay. It like steps down and just absolutely cracks that log in half as it looks down at you and prepares its attack.
Pick on someone your own size.
Oh, Jesus Christ. 9 to hit?
No.
Okay, a 19 to hit?
Yep.
Okay. Jesus Christ. Okay, so the creature is deals 5 piercing damage to you. I'm sorry, yeah, piercing damage. And 10 fire damage against you. And he is going to, since he hit you, he has a choice of effects on you once he hits you. He's going to, as he's stabbed you with his large blade, is then going to drive the blade actually further in and actually skewer you to deal more damage. Okay. 1 piercing damage, and 9 fire damage.
Okay.
As he didn't skewer you it didn't get too far.
Yeah,
but
it's
he
still hard.
drives the blade deeper in. And that was its second attack because it missed the first one. So that's the end of the fiend's turn, which brings us back to the top of the order, which is this archer that is taken aback by Fearn's presence. But you see it very quickly shifts its form and goes for a melee attack on you. melee spell attack on you. For a natural 20.
Oof.
How far away is it from Jacquet?
Did it have disadvantage, Sean? Because it should have had disadvantage.
It's about 80 feet away from Jacques. It did not, so I'm gonna re-roll. Oh my god. Well, I guess yeah. This one it misses actually with a 11.
Thanks anyway.
Hey man,
You got
it's
it.
a good thing this wasn't actually a nat 20 then, because that's a lot of damage. But it misses. It goes to like it basically, it's actually almost like this moment of, if this thing wasn't an absolutely horrifying demonic pile of sluggish flesh, you'd almost think that it would be embarrassed by what just happened, because it goes to just basically like put its hand on your chest plate to like pump this magic into you, and instead it just sort of like nothing happens, and like there's this moment where the like sort of like expressionless skulls inside its head almost like are taken aback, and it taps your chest a few times like, why isn't this working?
It's just like phasing through my like
Exactly.
illusory self.
As that is the demon's turn. Sass, you are up now. You got this huge devil above you that has just rended its sword into your side. And like, it's not like it didn't like stab you, I'm imagining now. It's like it almost like it hit into your side and it dug in, and then it pushed the sword in deeper.
Oh, fuck.
What would you like to do?
Okay.
Jacques, you're on deck.
I have an idea, but you tell me if this will work or not.
Okay.
Can I cast levitate on myself and try and levitate up off of this fucking sword and like push, like use this thing, like its giant head to like push myself up 20 feet off of the sword?
You could. The problem is that you would take an attack of opportunity because you are moving of your own free will out of its range. Its engagement range. So.
Yeah.
You could risk it.
I could risk it.
I will also say it has wings.
Yeah.
Just so you, if you know, because it's not.
All right. How
So it
far
could follow
away?
you.
How far away is that tree that is next to the circle?
It's
more
30
than-
feet away.
Oh, fuck. All right. All right. I am going to. So, am I on this? Like, am I like on the sword? Like, is it gonna cost me something to get off?
No.
the sword?
It's not. No. I have to make
All right.
clear, it was just extra damage he dealt. It's
Got it,
not
got
a
it,
mechanical debuff.
Okay. Okay. Then I'm going to instead risk the attack of opportunity, because my goal here is to get this woman out of the circle.
Okay.
So I will then move 30 feet to the tree, risking that attack of opportunity.
I mean, I will say the tree is on an embankment, so there's going to be some climbing speed to get up there. So you wouldn't be able to get right next to the tree, but you would be able to get
All right.
out of, away.
You know what, Sean? I'm just gonna say
Environmental factors.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Oh no, I can't do that. I don't have any spell slots left. Fuck.
What do you want to do?
Okay. I'm gonna use my action, Pearl of Power, get a spell slot back, and I'm gonna Misty Step out of there to get behind the tree.
Well, yeah. So you have your full movement speed still.
Okay, great. Then I will start moving towards the circle.
The woman.
Yeah, start moving towards her. And if I can get there, yeah, because that was my action,
Yeah.
bonus action. Yeah, my
So you
movement.
could actually
then I'm
just
done.
misty step towards her and then use 5 feet of movement to be up on her.
Okay, and then can I use movement to try and pull her, like start pulling her out of the circle?
Yeah, you can drag people. It just costs twice as much movement.
Yeah. That's
Okay, so you have enough
I
movement to drag her out of the circle.
Great. That's what I'd like to do. Sorry, everybody.
What direction do you want to drag her?
Towards the tree.
Towards the tree.
You're good. I think my turn took longer.
Okay, so she is officially out of the pentagram circle. Okay, Jacquette, you are up, and like the devil, as he's like pushing his sword into your side, you can see this grin that has these innumerable teeth. Not, you know, I am a DM who often describes teeth as being shark-like. These ones are perfect. They're beautiful. They're pearly white and they're in perfect order in his mouth. Terrifying in their sharpness, but you know, quite ordered, one would say. As it does turn and look, and there is that toothy grin as it sees you trying to end its ritual, almost like it sees this as a challenge. Okay, Jacquette, you're up.
Bonus action, steady aim.
You got it.
Fire at the fiend.
Mm-hmm.
27 to hit.
That'll definitely hit.
And 18 magical piercing damage.
Okay. The creature had like kind of turned itself to look towards Sass and grins, and then it gets hit in the shoulder, and it looks back and it's looking for you, and it does spot you because you can't hide this turn, but you are pretty far away from it. Anything else, Jacquette?
End turn.
Cool. Septimus, you are up with Bruce on deck.
Alrighty.
I'm sorry, something is going to happen before your turn, Bruce, but Septimus, you're up.
Oh.
Yes.
What?
I don't think anyone used the advantage from guiding bolt.
No one's attacked it yet.
I mean, I just did, but
Oh, so
I
you can
steady
move then
aimed.
instead. You can use your movement then if you want, or you can bonus action hide.
I think I'll bonus action hide. Just so I don't
Okay.
get hit.
No problem. That's a good point. Sorry about that.
Nope, that's my bad. I forgot it as well. It's a 25 for stealth.
Yeah, you're hidden.
And I mean, if possible, I guess Jacquette would move a little
Mhm.
to his goal is to get within 60 feet of the creature up on the cliff as well.
Cool. Let me see if I can get you closer at least to that. Which probably would actually be the best way to do that, since you're around 80 feet away now. It's actually probably to like cross the creek to the other side.
Okay.
Or you can try to get to the other embankment where you'd have more of a clear line of sight on it.
Are you slowed in any way because you sprinted last turn?
No, I just don't. I can't use feline agility.
Gotcha.
So like you can move up along the side of the bank towards.
I'll
that
stay
other...
on this side and move up.
I will say you do a Helldiver's dive up there and hide in a bush.
Nice.
Okay. Anything else, Septimus? Or I'm sorry, Jacquette?
No, that's all. Thank you.
Cool. Septimus, you are up. You are just a few feet, like about 10 feet south of the battle map right now, on the left embankment.
Okay. How's everybody looking? I know there's some damage done, but okay.
I won't say no.
No, in that case, I'll pop another damn friggin' guiding bolt, but upcast it this time, because I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
Do a 3rd level.
Okay. Hear that, guys? He's got 3rd level spells now.
Wow.
21.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Boom.
2 times in a row.
21 radiant damage.
Okay, and I'm actually going to be a good DM and put a marker on him for.
I mean, I should be reminding people.
Okay, 21 was the damage?
Yes.
All right, this creature is absolutely looking bloodied right now as these, it's been getting these like tarrying shots from Jacquette, keeping it kind of like distracted, and now these radiant hits are hitting like cannons into its armor and causing all these sorts of dents, singeing with radiant energy. Okay, before Bruce's turn. After the ritual has been disturbed, where the woman has been taken out of it, Sass, you notice these little like bursts of fire that appear, little orbs that are tiny, and they sort of like drip with blood. As suddenly you see, kind of crawling out of them are these absolutely pretty gross looking little, what I'll call pitlings, sort of fall out of it. They have like this, they're like engorged. They have this like green skin that's almost like they're engorged to the point of splitting the skin. Their face is like split in half with a bunch of these like magenta tongues coming out, with these very like circular eyes with a single tiny pupil in them that doesn't even look like it's looking at anything. It looks like it's looking just directly to the left and right, with these horned crown coming off of the back of its head. They're very small, and they just sort of as there's 3 of them that come out of the ritual circle. I'm just taking the tree away for visuals, but they rush you, Sass, and they start to like grab at your hands. They're basically trying to drag the woman out of your grasp, but they are going to go for a few attacks on you.
Did you use Scarlet as the woman?
I did, because it's my redheaded person. Sass, does a 17 hit?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to take what is it? You're going to take 4 points of poison damage.
Okay. Go get away.
As you say, "Fuck away from me," as the second one goes in a claw for you and gets a natural 20.
Can I see that creature?
Yes.
No, it's a minion.
It's a minion. I wouldn't suggest wasting it on it. But it'll be 8 points of poison damage.
Okay.
I just get triggered by that nat 20.
I know. And then the last one is a 15 to hit.
Just hits.
Okay. So another 4 points of poison damage. Basically, like they're like swarming all over you. Like they at first crawled onto the woman and started dragging her and started, and then they were like, they can't get it up or out of your hands, so they just lunge at your face, and they're like, all 3 of them are on top of you, just like gnawing and biting and just puking this poison onto you.
Get the fuck off me fucking things.
Hurts so much in that way that like when a puppy bites you, it somehow is worse than when a full-grown dog bites you. All right. That is the pitling's turn. Bruce, you are up now. You are, as far as you know, hidden behind a tree.
Yeah. Am I still feared?
Yes, you are still feared.
Oh, okay. In that case, can I switch my vision to my bird?
Yes, you can.
So I'll leave it up to you of where my bird is.
I imagine Lollyrock is just like up above this fight right now. Like Lollyrock wasn't that far behind when you started here.
He's got vision of the whole thing.
Yes,
Okay.
he does.
All right. So since you said that that's a free action, to switch it over once, can I use a bonus action to switch over back in the same turn?
Yes, I'll allow that.
Okay, cool. I do that. And so seeing that people are not around me, as another means of I'm gonna cast Power Word Death.
Whoa.
Exclusive?
What?
He doesn't have that.
Yeah,
Silly
you know,
man.
third
I never
level
know.
spell.
I never know with Bruce. He's like,
No.
I snuck this into that subclass I made.
Yeah.
That's Power Word Death is just the name of the magnum that he pulls out of his pants.
Yeah.
No, Bruce doesn't cast it. Lollyrock does.
Chirp. Power Word Death.
Power Chirp Death.
Finn, you're on deck, by the way.
I'm gonna cast, or sorry, I'm gonna use the ever smoking bottle. So
Ooh.
now there's just gonna be a bunch of smoke in my area.
So the nice thing about this, Bruce, is that because you have smoke around you, you can't see this demon. So you technically can move anywhere you want now. Because
Oh.
it's the visuals of the demon that cause you to not be able to move out of fear. So it's almost like you're tricking yourself into not being afraid because you're literally just like covering your eyes, basically.
You shouldn't have told Alex that mechanically. I'm not gonna take advantage of it, but yeah, I probably will pop that and then just like move a little bit more in a radial fashion than closer.
Closer? Okay.
Yeah.
You are up with Septimus. As Septimus, you would see scurrying behind you is Bruce, followed by a stream of smoke.
Yeah.
Sean, I forgot that I have a reaction.
A tentacle?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
Well, you used your bonus action.
I did, but for my reaction, is it within 10 feet of me?
Ooh, the tentacle?
Yeah,
When you got attacked?
right now. Yeah.
Unfortunately, it is not. You are 15 feet away from it.
Never mind.
Okay. Anything else, Bruce?
Oh no, that's it.
All right, Fearin, you are up. You are up in this rock outcropping with this demon slug monster.
I attack it, Sean.
Go for it. Hit it. Hit it.
So it gets the bonus thingy. How big is this thing? Does it have like armor on?
It's a medium creature, and it looks like it has a natural carapace to it. Like, it looks like if like a sluggish centipede mermaid existed.
Okay, I'm gonna go for greater weapon fighting on my first attack.
Okay.
That's not gonna hit. -5, so it's a 7 to hit.
7 does not hit.
Okay, I'm going to not go for greater weapon fighting on the second attack.
Okay.
Does a 24 hit?
Absolutely.
I should have.
Actually, yeah, you would have. Yeah.
Alrighty.
Did you roll for advantage?
He's not attacking the fiend. He's attacking the demon.
Oh, that's right.
So I get a lot of damage, though.
Go for it.
And I believe it's 2d8? Yeah. That's 28 damage.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
All bludgeoning. And
Nice.
yeah, I just take my mace and I'm in close quarters, but I kind of use it like a battering ram, and I kind of hold it like one, and I shove it into him as I like tackle into him, trying to push him over.
Yeah, and it releases, like, first of all, like, when I say it has these, like, skulls underneath the skin of its face, like, there's no mouths, the skin has grown over it, so you just hear this, like, muted, like, horrible, like, multi-voiced, grunt from inside the head that is gross. As you drive this maul into its chest. And again, like I said, its chest has this cavity in it that you can see has what you could only surmise are souls within it, as you can see sort of these tormented ethereal faces.
Yeah, that's what I was aiming for.
Excellent. So yeah, so you get the boulder in there. Anything else, Farron?
I think that's it for my turn. I got 2 attacks. Yeah, that's it. I'm good.
Okay. All right. It is the Fiend's turn. The Fiend is going to look around. It can't see Jacques because he's stealthed. So it just slowly walks towards Septimus. You did not stealth.
No.
Okay. So it's actually going to go, seeing that its minions are hampering, I almost said Scarlet, Sass, it is going to actually move towards Septimus. Let me see if it has enough movement to get to you.
Stay back.
As Septimus, it is going to go for a swing on you, as it is large enough to get you from in the basin. First one is a 25 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. You're going to take 14 piercing damage. And then
How much?
14.
Oh, okay.
And then you're also going to take 8 fire damage.
I take half that because I'm resistant to fire.
And it is going to skewer you like it tried to do with Scarlet. Saskia. Shouldn't have used that many.
Shouldn't have said anything.
For another 10 piercing damage.
No.
Oh, I used that.
Dare you, sir?
Just the 10 piercing damage. Sass, I read this wrong. You can add 8 to your health. It wasn't supposed to deal the additional fire with its skewer on you.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay. That was its second attack. Oh, no, that was its first attack. So it has one more attack on you, Septimus. But I don't think a 12 will hit.
It will not.
Okay, Septimus. So it brings that sword into your side, pushes it in. You feel it piercing through your half plate, and then it brings it out to go for another swing on you as you lift up and grab the blade with your mechanical arm and stop
Yeah,
it.
so I was just about to say that. It was like a block with it.
Yeah.
Not today, sir.
All right, that is the Fiend's turn. It is the Demon's turn now, which is struggling, wrestling with Fearn here, as it once again is going to grab at you for a banishing touch, and it's going to grab at your throat this time. You're still blur up, so it is going to be at disadvantage.
Okay.
Well, actually, Yep. Okay. Oh my god. I keep rolling really high on the first one, and then, like last time, I rolled a 2 on the second one, so it is not going to get you again. It just can't get... it's almost like you have the Dune armor on, and it can't get through it to actually touch you, to get this banishing touch on. That's its turn, because getting up close to it really, really eliminates its ability to do a lot.
Yeah.
So that brings us back to Sass. So Sass, you got 3 pitlings crawling all over you right now.
Okay. I want to use my bonus action to move my tentacle closer to me and smack at these things.
No problem.
All right.
Go for an attack.
19.
19 will hit.
Great. That's gonna be 10 points of cold damage.
Okay, you are able to kill one of them. You were just short of being able to get an overkill.
Okay. All right. I will, for my action, I will summon my scimitar, my packed weapon, and as it appears with its usual splash of seawater, I'll kind of like shield the woman from the seawater, so I take it instead of her and just be like, "Don't worry, I won't let them touch you."
Okay. All right, Jacquette, you are up.
I would like to shoot at the fiend.
You got it. Go for it.
Thanks. There we go. Natural 20 for a 29.
Ooh, and you were hidden, right?
Yes.
Auxiliary bars.
Excellent. Hell yeah, this is gonna be big. Go. Don't you dare. All right, so go ahead and max the dice and then roll your damage.
So 17 plus 18, 35, 43 magical piercing damage.
Ooh. This creature is looking rough, and he can't even see you, so he can't use his reaction to stop that.
Technically, once I make the attack.
Yeah. Actually. Yes, he could. Jacquard, give me a charisma saving throw.
Aye, aye, Captain. I was waiting for this. Charisma. And
As,
that's 12.
Okay. So as you fire off this bolt, the creature turns its head to you, and in that moment, in your mind, the creature like sheds all of its horror, and it looks regal to you in the way that it stands. Its armor looks incredibly shining and glorious, and they look quite beautiful to you. As you can see, their like they now have like this long flowing white hair off of their scaled head, as they would just say, "Not today, Tabaxi. Serve. Serve." As you
Actually, wait, sorry. I'm remembering this from our game, because I looked this up when a certain kobold was hidden. So the order of operations is I make the attack, and then it hits. And when it hits is when you are revealed.
See, that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Technically, when you make the attack, you are revealed. But because they have to see the target when they
make the attack. Yeah, because it's when you're targeted by the attack. You had targeted them, made the attack. So yes. So that's what I thought. So I should have listened to my gut.
You should have never listened to me. I don't know what I'm talking about.
You have to stop being so reliable for rules when we're just playing. But anyway,
I'll
happen.
Start slipping up little things like this.
Yeah,
and then eventually you'll never know.
Well, that's how we ended up with that poison error for a year.
I don't know if that was fully my fault.
So I'll say that he still like tries this. He doesn't actually use the ability, but he's doing something to attempt to charm you, and you do not get affected by it as the bolt hits it right in like its clavicle, and it's like, oh! and in the 43 damage hits.
Awesome.
It looks. I'll say, Jacquette, since you're looking right at it, like. It's the first time in this fight where it's like, it now looks afraid.
Oh.
Anything else, Jacques, for your bonus action?
Jacques is going to move to a position to enable the hide ability, or bonus action. I don't know if I need to hide or like move or anything, but
You do not. You just drop back down into the brush.
Cool. That's going to be a 31.
You are hidden, sir. Septimus, you are up. So this creature, the fiend, had turned away from you after you had caught its or blocked its sword with your metal arm, as Jacquet's bolt went right into its clavicle. And it is looking incredibly bloodied at this point, as it almost coughs up some noxious blood, black blood, as soon as Jacquet pierces its clavicle.
Septimus is just gonna go. He's gonna go attack with his hammer. What happened?
The trees falling. It's my homemade trees. They're very flimsy. All right, go for the attack.
Well, I'm gonna bonus action cast Searing Smite.
Excellent.
Level 2.
That's not a tree, Sean. It's a malt. Can't you see the handle?
So swing. Oh,
Go for it.
Nat 20.
Ooh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Go ahead and maximize the damage and then roll your damage.
So that'll be 8, 9 plus 3. 12 bludgeoning damage.
Because, what is it? It's a D6?
Yes. Is it? No. It says it's... Oh, wait, what did I roll before? Oh. I think...
Did it
I
auto...
think yeah, it auto did it for me.
Okay. So, what was the first roll in the auto?
I rolled once, like, it automatically, I think,
Did
just...
the nat 20.
Did the nat 20.
Yeah, okay. So,
it turned out to be 3.
So
I rolled
3 on
3.
the... Rolled a 3. It's a D6, right?
It's a D4.
A D4. Okay, 3, so that's 7, because you get the maximum from the crit. And then what is your modifier?
+1.
+1, so that is 8. So only 1 less.
Hammer.
And then the Searing Smite?
Yes. I did a level 2, so...
Don't forget you have divine...
Does he have divine weapon or whatever it is?
I'm pretty sure it's just a default thing on clerics now. Divine Strike, yeah. When you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you cause the attack to deal an additional... You get fire damage. For Cure on it was like radiant. Alright, I'm gonna go get ice crystal.
Yeah, you get an additional 1d8 fire damage. Just always on your melee attacks. Or once on one melee attack each turn.
So I'll roll that.
Mm-hmm.
Which would be 8 fire damage.
Okay. And then what's the Searing Smite?
Then the Searing Smite will be a 2d6.
Is it fire damage?
It is fire damage. 7 fire damage.
Okay, so as you swing your hammer at the creature's chest, it hits and the fire sears across. The creature smirks at you as the fire does no damage, unfortunately, because it is immune to fire damage. But then its smirk very quickly fades to shock as you look and see your hammer has just completely crushed through its armor into its chest, caving it in. As your radiant strikes had bashed the armor so much that when you hit it with your hammer, you just cracked right through it as shards of metal pierced into its chest and your hammer sinks in through its sternum. How do you want this thing to die?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Despite the immunities, you still got it.
You said it has like a big horn, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not built for that, but screw it. It's fun. So I got the hammer at its chest. I'm just kind of wanted to test out the newfound robotic arm. I just want to like grab onto its horn and just like yank on him and like maybe just like break it off as I like take another strike into its face.
Yeah, absolutely. As the creature looks with that smirk that fades to horror, as you rip the hammer out of its chest, bringing bone and flesh out, you grab onto its horn and pull on it and snap it with the robotic arm, and then bash down with the hammer into its skull, crushing it as the devil falls to the ground, dead. You've killed it. All right. Anything else, Septimus?
No. Because I cast a spell.
Okay. Sass. The minions are gonna go for an attack. Attacks on you again.
Okay.
The first one does get a natural 20
Ugh.
for 8
That's
poison
only
damage.
8. Yeah.
Yep. The second one, he's gonna hit with a actually, what is its modifier? Sorry.
It's okay.
God, this file moves so slow. Yeah, it's gonna hit with a 19. So another 4 poison damage.
Okay.
But that's it. The two just crawl, and keep clawing and spewing spit on you. This poisonous spit. Okay. Bruce, you are up.
All right. What is in vision of my? Because I'm not on this camera. What is in vision of my 30-foot range? What can I see? Or did I see Septimus run off? Right, because I was running towards him.
Septimus hasn't moved from his spot, so Septimus is right next to you, about 10 feet away from you.
Oh, okay. So, so he would start getting enveloped in smoke.
Yep.
Yep. But I can't make it to anybody in particular right now, can I?
No, you're pretty far from the enemies.
Yeah. Okay. I imagine I just watched Septimus do that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You saw him absolutely wreck that devil.
Yeah.
He's dead.
He did. And then nobody else is really next to me.
Nope.
Who's the oranger?
The orange?
Yeah.
That's you.
Oh,
on the
that is
bottom,
me.
on the bottom
I
left,
was
that's you.
making-
Yeah.
Just making sure.
That's a little kobold.
Doesn't look like me.
Look like me. If I were to run towards the mayhem, would I have better vision of like Fearn?
No, Fearn's too far away. You can, you actually don't. I mean, I guess you did look with Lollyrock in your last turn, so you do know where Fearn is. So you could move closer towards him. It's actually a very unique mechanical thing going on right now in the way that you have this blind sight or this tremor sense that keeps you from seeing the enemy that you're afraid of. So it gives you this courage, we'll say.
Yeah.
If I can't see it, it can't see me. If I can't see it, it can't see me.
Yeah. Yeah. Who's blue? Who's got the blue?
That's Jacquet, yes.
And he's hiding, right? I can't see him.
Yes, he is hidden. You actually
Alright,
can't
you
see
know
him,
what?
yeah.
Yeah. You know what? I'm just gonna
Unless you get closer.
do this. Oh, I didn't take that. Never mind. I had a plan. It's not gonna happen. Well,
Fear,
that
you're on
changes
deck.
things. I am sorry, guys. I guess I'll cast Spider Climb on myself.
Spider climb.
Classic.
Classic.
Do you want to move
and
at
then
all?
just like, yeah, I'll just run down the cliffside right there.
Closer towards Fearn, or
Yeah,
towards
closer
the-
towards Fear. In a radial motion, yes. Yeah. Oh, hide your quiet. Yeah, that works well. Thank you.
Yeah. You see Jacquette hiding in the bushes with your tremor sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Fearn.
I'm done.
Or unless there's anything. Yeah, Fearn, you're up.
Okay. First I'm gonna bonus action and use my storm rune, Sean.
Nice.
And then I'm going to greater weapon fighting, swing at the thing again.
Okay, so you can use your reaction here to give yourself advantage.
I can choose after I roll because it's a reaction.
No, you have to do it before,
All right, I'll do it before then.
because that would be a reroll, not advantage.
Nat 20.
Hell yeah, love it.
So
Maximize
I take
your dice.
I maximize my dice, Sean. Oh my god, I'm not even gonna need an action search.
Yeah, your big ass maul.
So it's 24 plus 16 plus.
Where's the 16
10.
from?
It gets an extra D10, D8, bludgeoning damage. The maul itself.
Or just in general?
Yeah,
Or
and then
it has
it gets
its normal damage, and then it gets
and
D8.
because I haven't moved, it doubles. So it's 2d8 and 4d6.
No. You like last time. You have to use a bonus action to ground yourself, and then you get the bonus damage there.
Ah.
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
steady aim for a rogue, but it's so you wouldn't get the extra for not moving this turn.
Understood. Okay.
Mhm.
So I get 12 and 8 then, which is going to
Yep.
be 20 total, and then I add it's 15 because it's 5 from my strength and 10 from greater weapon fighting.
Yep, 15 there. So and now you
So
roll your
that's-
2d6 and your
so-
d8.
Yeah, okay. For another 12. So that's 42 damage in one hit.
No, it's more than that actually. 47 damage.
Cool.
It is still
And
up,
then-
but it is bloodied.
Okay, I'm gonna go again. This time I will do a regular attack.
Go for it.
Should have critted it. I got 28 to hit.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay, that's another 2d6 plus 1d8. For another 19 damage.
Woo.
Is it still up?
It is still up, but it is real rough.
Okay. So I'm gonna use my action surge.
Absolutely.
Could we say that because I crit it, I aimed for its wings?
Yeah, I'll allow that. I'll allow you to have crushed its wings.
Awesome. Okay, so my third attack is just going to be another
Or one of its
regular attack.
wings.
Okay, fair.
Mhm.
My third attack is going to be just another regular attack.
Go for it.
17 to hit.
Just hits.
Amazing. For 15 damage.
Okay.
And then my final attack,
Yeah.
I'm going. What do you mean risk it?
For the Great
I'm
Weapon
gonna.
Blasters, what I was saying.
No, I'm gonna shove it with my. I'm gonna
Oh.
shove it 5 feet and knock it off the fucking cliff. So, strength check, my friend.
So, shove does,
It allows me
believe...
to. I make a contested strength athletics check, contested by the target's strength or acrobatics. Oh, sorry,
So
athletics or acrobatics.
The issue is that a shove requires the full attack action. You've already used one of your multi-attacks, so you can't shove having done your last attack. Because it uses an attack action. It's not one. It would say one of your melee attacks can be a shove if it was just an attack roll that gets you the shove ability.
I don't know if that's right, but
I'm looking right at it.
Okay.
Because I wasn't sure, so I looked it up.
All right, well then I'll just not have fun and I'll hit it.
No. I take it back because I just read this in the next sentence. If you're able to make multiple attacks with the attack action, this attack replaces one of them. You can shove it.
Yes. I'm doing the shove. It's got to make a athletics or acrobatics check.
All right. Sorry about that.
That's okay. And it's got to beat a 24.
Yeah.
Athletics or acrobatics?
It's not proficient in either of those because it's a slug. So we'll go with acrobatics. Failed with an 8. So go ahead and shove it.
So first move, I cleave one of the wings completely off. It's flying in the air, and like the wing is like floating down, like I cutting the wing off a butterfly. It's like slowly drifting down. And I take for my second and third attacks. I shove the butt of my maul down into its head and pull it towards me, and then basically I'm just like dragging it against the side of the stone, and with my maul just like peeling it across, aiming it so it's in the perfect position, and then I Sparta kick it off the tower, and it crashes to the ground, and it hits the ground before the wing does because it's heavier, and it falls on top of him.
Okay.
And then I spit at it.
Okay, so go ahead and roll me 2d6.
Okay. Only 2d6, Sean?
Every 10 feet, you take a d6, and it's 30 feet up.
5 damage.
5 damage, okay. Okay, so the creature falls, collapses down to the ground below, and it's not completely dead, but it looks pretty fucked, as it is prone down there, sort of shaking and sort of twitching like a bug that has been injured. But it is technically still alive.
I just look down there and I say, "Oh, you gotta be shitting me!" And I just start climbing down.
Okay, Fear, you can get 15 feet down. You're like hanging off the side, looking down at it, pissed off.
Can I just let go at 15 feet and take 1d6?
Yeah, you could.
All right, I do that. And now we're both prone next to each other.
He takes 6 bludgeoning damage. So, yeah, you're laying next to each other at this point. Okay. So it is the creature's turn. Sass, you notice that as soon as this creature gets knocked down from the tower and the fiend gets killed, the little pitlings around you start to freak out and look like they're basically incapacitated. Like they won't attack you on their turn because their leaders have been taken out.
Okay.
So the monster is now prone next to Fearn, and you're going to get into a little wrestling fight. as it is going to go
Amazing.
for its final attempt at a banishing touch on you. Fear, did you roll a concentration check for your blur for the d6?
Okay. I'm fine.
Okay. So it has disadvantage. It does not get you. And you, as much as you can hear a demonic sigh happen, there's just sort of this as it starts to tries to crawl itself away. You do get an attack of opportunity. It's essentially crawling away from you, injured, trying to escape.
I used my reaction last turn, so I don't know if I get it.
Okay, so it's just gonna crawl away from you then. Well, I guess it'll use half its movement to stand up, and then it'll go 15 feet.
Sean, if I took that 6 damage, but landed on top of him, does he also take the 6 damage?
I don't actually know if there's anything ruling for falling on top of something.
I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
Says you are not prone if you take damage, but the rule for falling onto another creature.
In Tasha's, the creature that is being landed on has to make a
Dex save.
DC 15 dex save,
Yeah, I
and
just saw
if
that.
it fails, it splits the damage.
It did not fail its dexterity saving throw, so it does not take the 3 damage from you falling on.
It was prone, so maybe it had disadvantage?
It does not.
It does not.
Okay.
That's not how prone works.
Okay. I'm fishing.
I know. Sass, you are up. You just saw Theron and this creature take a tumble down from up there. These pitlings, you can clearly tell, are not going to attack you. They are cowering right now.
Okay. In that case, can I use my movement to drag the woman further from the circle? And then does it look
The circle,
like
I'm sorry, the circle, the lights all go out
We're-
on it once
okay,
the fiend
that's good.
dies.
All right.
Yeah.
Great. Well, in that case, can I... What about the chains? Did those, like, fall away? Is there anything, like, were they magically on there? Or does it look like I can maybe break them off?
The chains are still there. They are, you can't tell really what exactly they are as far as magical or anything like that. They're just, she's just tied up in chains.
All right. All right. I'm gonna at least take the gag out of her mouth and then try and like assess the chains and see if I can maybe like try and break them.
So they're definitely made of some kind of metal. You can take an attack on them. You can, they look sturdy. They look like they're probably gonna more so need maybe a lockpick from Jacquette potentially. You could attack them.
Okay.
You could attack them with your sword.
No, you know what? What I'll do instead, after I take the gag out of her mouth, I'll be like, all right, just hang on. We gotta finish this, and then we'll. I have a friend who can get these off of you. Just, I'm gonna stay in front of you. You're safe now, and then I will Eldritch Blast. I'll try and help Fearn out with this bug creature.
So where they have fallen is beyond the like your vision right now.
So we can't see them.
You'd have to get up. They've basically fallen into a little crevice.
All right. Well, then, on second thought, I'll like turn, see that I can't see them, and then be like, you know what? On second thoughts, let me give this a shot. I'll try and hit the chains.
Okay, go for it. Go for an attack on them. Yeah, it's the kind of thing where you maybe were preparing an Eldritch Blast, and then you see them just like disappear behind a rock.
Yeah. Oh, that was so close to being really good, but it was a natural 1. Please don't. I don't want to hit her.
You don't. I wouldn't make you do that. I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, natural 1 for a 9.
Okay. You just can't get the chains to break.
Right.
So
We'll wait for my friend with the lockpick.
Jacquette, you are up.
Seeing them going tumbling over the side, Jacquet goes, Fjern, you always just go for the kill. Don't get fancy with it. Can I move 30 feet somehow to see them?
Yes, you can actually. There's an elevation here
Cool.
that you can get to that will give you a line of sight. It's because the creature has moved a little bit away from Fjern, so you can get a shot on it from that angle.
Right, and it's up now, right? So it's not prone.
It's up. It's not prone, so you don't have disadvantage.
Cool. So I'm still hidden, I assume.
Yes.
A 26 to hit.
Oh, that will hit. Go ahead and roll your damage, sir.
18 magical piercing.
How would you like to do this?
Jacquet, having had his last kill stolen by Septimus, goes like, okay, it's my turn to steal a kill. As he gets up onto this little rock perch, aims down his sights, and just fires off. And as this thing is like, trying to flee or whatever, get away from fear, and it's just right through the back, just takes this magical...
Did you get disadvantage because it was prone?
It was not.
No,
prone,
it got up.
remember?
It got up to
in.
move away from you.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. If I let it crawl around, I would have had. Yeah. What?
And
Yes. Anything else for the?
It does.
It does. Thank you. As Fear and you are gritting your teeth, about to get up to chase this thing down, you can see it starts to slither away as a bolt just sort of and goes right through its head, and the whole creature just slumps to the ground.
I don't even look to try and figure out where Jacquet is. I just hold my thumbs up.
As this creature dies, Sass, you look in front of you, and all the pitlings just sort of burst into flames and vanish.
Good fucking riddance, you gross.
Vanish back to where they came from.
Good.
And you have successfully saved the woman and killed a powerful fiend and demon in the process.
Jacquet! I start calling for you.
Nonchalantly hopping off his little perch and coming out, Jacquet goes, what?
I need your lockpicks. Because she's got fucking chains on her, Jacquet. Get over here.
Oh, calm down. The conflict's over. We can take a moment to breathe. It's not like she's going anywhere. Get it? Because she's chained
get the
up.
fuck over here. Would you like to be chained up? Come on.
I'd like to see someone try.
Well, you actually did, so...
Oh, we're
Revisionist
playing that
history.
game? Fear starts pulling out chains.
As Jacquet walks over to this woman and attempts to pick the lock of her lock-picked hands.
The woman does seem generally just her attitude is fearful, even though you are here to help. She is averts at anyone sort of coming close. She was screeched a little bit when you went to attack the chains, but yes, you can go for the lockpick.
Easy, ma'am. Don't worry. I am Jacquet Touchard of Iron and Mana, and we're here to help. And we did help. He says, looking around. We saved you, remember? So
She just very quietly whimpers iron and mana back to you, I confused, but also there's acknowledgement there.
4 plus 4. 28.
Fuck. Very nice.
Jacquet, at first you feel this infernal resistance while you're doing it, but you're so deft with your hands here that you're able to properly tangle out the infernal complicated locking mechanic. This is probably the most challenging lock you've ever had to pick in your life, but you get through it, no problem.
And as he does it, he goes, see, did you hear that? He says, gesturing to the heavens, deft with my hands.
She is again just goes deft with your hands. She's just like whimpering back, like just back what you say to her,
All right,
confused,
all right,
but also immediately like she does immediately leap up to hug Jacquette after he.
Aw.
Oh, yes, of course. You're welcome.
As you are able to free Lorena.
You have a sister who's very worried about you. We should get back. And if you don't, as we're walking, as we walk back, I'd love to know how you found yourself in this situation, so others don't.
Hey, what the hell were those creatures? And I have any idea what they wanted to do with you?
I don't care about her backstory.
And you walk ahead and go let her know that we were successful.
Okay. So she does, sort of like feebly looks and just says, I don't know what those creatures were. I had just met the man and he promised so many things. I was foolish. I'm so stupid.
No, don't say that about yourself. It's all right.
We're all stupid sometimes.
Yeah, quite so.
Speak for yourself.
Him most especially.
But you can gently bring her back to her sister. Head back to where it is. When you get back to the cart, carriage. The woman is
Thank you.
pacing back and forth, nervously. And as soon as she can kind of see you all coming from the embankment, she runs forward to hug her sister and is just showering you all with praise. Thank you so much. This is amazing. I was sure she would be dead when you found her. Oh, and she's cups her sister's face in her hands and kisses her on the forehead and drags her into a very deep hug. I know I don't have any coin, but anything I can do to help you at any point, we are indebted to you.
How are you at party planning?
Don't listen to him. It's
I did save her.
You'll get your party, Jacquette. Just spread
It
the
was
good
a
word.
joke. It was a jeez. You people sometimes, I swear.
Just spread the good word of Iron and Mana. We are here to help
And
whenever we can.
Of course. We will only sing you praise whenever we can. Thank you.
If you ever see the Commodore, leave us a good review.
The Commodore? Of course. If she comes through our lands, or we're in Hyvin and we see her, we'll nothing but praise. I don't know if either of us would be here if it weren't for you.
We're happy to help.
She would
Most of us, anyway.
probably be here still. The other one.
Sean, can I investigate like the bodies in the ritual circle?
I think we're already back, man.
We are already
Okay.
back an hour, so I mean, probably not. The bodies all turned to mush and ichor as soon as they had spent more than a couple of seconds as dead bodies, turning to fiendish ichor.
I think I would have had enough like knowledge just to like smudge the circle a little bit.
Yeah, you know the power of symbols with the runes you use. You could definitely smudge out before you left and use them all to break any aspect of the ritual that was there.
Good. Okay.
I will say though, the only thing that remains of the fiend is the skin book. If anyone wants to take that,
I'll take a skin book.
Not that kind, Clayton.
If you don't mind me asking, where did this person come from? How did you get to talking? What did he tell you?
The woman looks a little feeble, but she is able to kind of muster. I just met him at the crossroads, and he promised that he'd be able to help me and my sister. I don't know what it is, but it is something in his eyes that just... I was charmed. Couldn't help. I felt like this was the only... There was some great, beautiful thing that he would bring to us.
Were there others like him?
That I know of.
Okay. That's it. That's all. That's all I wanted to know. I hope you recover, and I hope this doesn't haunt you for too long.
And the older sister just wraps an arm around her and thanks you again, and they sort of begin to walk back up the road the opposite way.
Oh, it felt good.
I know that delayed us a little more than 5 minutes looking at Septimus. But I couldn't just leave it.
It's fine. Her wailing got to me. I couldn't help but want to help also.
What you did with the magic beforehand, that was very impressive. You two worked well together, to get this resolved quickly. I know I wouldn't have been able to find this ritual.
Thanks. It's new, and hopefully it'll serve us service in the future.
Can you do it on anyone?
I think so. Yeah.
What do you need?
It's relatively new. When we get back to Hyvin, I want to go for a little swim and maybe ask a few questions and get a little more knowledge about it.
All right. Well, let me know.
Yeah, I will.
And with that...
What's wrong, Fjern? You have a long-lost lover you're trying to find?
Jacquet says from already inside the carriage, book out, ready to go.
Yeah.
Maybe a few that are trying to find me.
That chance.
Bruce, what did you say?
Just adding to Jacquet's joke. I can message her if need be.
I like to imagine Jacquet says this as he's like sitting back comfortably with the book, and then Bruce just pops up from behind Jacquet in the carriage already, waving the pipe. Okay, but everyone can hop back into the cart, and you can still make it to Fairhold this evening, albeit a couple hours later. But that's okay. You're not so delayed that you won't arrive to your destination on the next evening. It's just going to be a little later than you intended, unless you want to just, the next day get up as early as possible and get going. So
That sounds like a Fjern thing to do.
you make it to. There's no other trouble on the road. You see a few passerbys, but as the night starts to come, you make it to Fairhold. And can set up your camp and rest for the evening. Not too much here that's going on. It's rather quiet. Fairhold is entering into its slumbering days as winter is coming. So a lot of the booths are empty. You still have some of the classic folks there providing food and some supplies, but you're able to rest for the evening. And do the last leg of your travel the next day, and you arrive back through the not gate of Hyvin, as the loud rancor and bustling of the city returns to you all, as you can pass through the streets and head towards wherever you want to park your carriage.
I'll probably take it to the Commodores to deliver the
Yes, that's
package.
right.
What time of day is it?
So it is nighttime. It is late into the evening. It is, I'll say, since you probably were able to get up pretty early, it is around 7:30 in the evening. But would you like to go directly to the Commodore's office?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Do we know, does the Commodore even have a time when they stop working?
So there's usually always a clerk there, in some capacity late into the evening, but not like generally open to the public in the sense of like a commoner couldn't come and knock on the door and get the attention of the staff there, but Iron and Mana could knock on the door and the clerk would be like, "Oh, okay." Like you're not going to find, unless it's like a specific situation, you're probably not going to find her there. Unless she's working late or doing something at the office. But you should be able to find one of Doyle's pages or Doyle himself there late at night.
Can I talk to Bjorn on the way there before we drop him off really quick?
Yeah, absolutely. The carriage is rocking through the rough streets of Hyvin as you're going up High Road into the causeway into the Admiralty Court. What would you like to say to him? He's been pretty quiet ever since you guys got back from saving the woman. I wouldn't say he's been like stoic or rough. He's just not spoken much.
Yeah. Bjorn, I don't know how much you know about the Commodore. She's kind of a scary bitch, to be honest. But, you know, just answer her questions. And you should be all right. And she already knows that I was a part of the whole endeavor, so just wanted you to know that, just in case she asks you about it.
I suppose there's some honor in your confession to her. But don't worry, Saskia. I'm old. I've seen far more in this life than the Bone Rattler. I can handle a Commodore.
Any advice on dealing with the other two, Lasha and Alina? As I doubt we've seen the last of them.
He looks at you. He looks a little confused at first, but then he smirks like he's discovering a memory, or he's feeling confident about something, as he'll smile a little and look forward. Lasha has a big heart. Alina does not. And Lasha will do anything for Alina. But maybe if you can separate them.
Understood.
The rest of the crew might also be a little bit unhappy. Especially those who may have served with Hastings. They may not like Alina as their captain. Or they may want to return to their roots. Many of our roots on that ship. So he would look kind of into the middle distance again and smile again. It's been a strange, strange life I've lived, Saskia. Filled with horrors and thrills. And he kind of looks at you again and just says, "You were never fit to be a pirate. Your heart's bigger than Lasha's." But don't think I can't smell the stink of death on you. And his face gets serious.
What do you mean? Oh, no, I know what you mean.
And he, right before, as you arrive and the carriage stops, he would just say, "Every kill will poison any thrill which you think is adventure, and you'll never feel more vile."
That's good advice. Thank you, Bjorn.
And
Good luck.
And he does sneak an eye, like a side eye, to Jacquette.
you finished that piece of art I asked for?
He hands you a scroll that you presume is the finished work. Iron and mana. Well, let's be done with it. You can escort him into the office.
Fearn happily escorts him in.
And there is a page there. Doyle and the Commodore are not there, but the page summons some of the house guards. And they take him away to the same place that you saw them bring the Aradunai that you captured. Off to the side, into the cells, as the page puts together your reward and hands it off to you. Really good job. I'll make sure I give a full report to Doyle in the morning. Is there anything particular you'd like me to tell him about the prisoner?
Treat him with kindness. Please.
I'll pass the message along. Can't promise you anything.
Something's a little up with his head. He forgets things sometimes. You gotta be a little patient. It's not him being obstinate, it's old age.
I give Fearn a grateful smile.
I'll alert the guards and Doyle of his condition. Thank you. Here's your money.
Oh, by the way, and then quickly taking a piece of parchment from wherever on the desk, Jacquette jots down a note. That's basically like, come to Jacquette Touchard's 27th birthday party. Where? At the Harlequin and Chalice. When? Bruce, did we say when the party was going to be?
I said 3 days. When
Wouldn't it be your
you told me to
birthday?
message.
I meant time, you idiots. On the 30th.
Septimus just smiling. Just
I asked you for time.
I give you a
and
high
said
five,
you don't-
Septimus.
You said you don't party plan, so I gave
Of
it up.
Il
I looked up the
Savalia
org.
at say 8 p.m. That's a good time, right? No one does anything before. I don't think we're gonna serve food here. Are we serving food here?
You're gonna want
Give
to
this
feed
to
your
the
guests.
Commodore, if you will. Don't let Doyle see it. He can fuck off. You can come if you want, though. Have all the pages come.
And the guy, he kind of just gives you kind of like he looks around, like almost like he's looking for Doyle hiding in a corner to like jump out and be like, "What are you talking about?" It's just like, "Oh, I'll pass the word around."
Fantastic. What's your name, kid?
Hank.
Hank, you're gonna go far.
Oh. And you see, like, he truly is very flattered by all of this. He's very agreeable to Jacquette here with that we all know as a natural what is it now, 23? 22, that he's just sort of like, this guy gets it. This guy, he understands me. I am, what? Fuck this job. Like, you even like hear him like talking himself up a little bit. Like,
Don't quit before you give that to the Commodore, though.
Oh, and he's like a little scared because he didn't realize you heard him there, and he's like, "Oh yeah, of course, Mr. Touchard." and you can leave the Commodore's office with your reward.
2,000 silver.
Mm-hmm.
It was 150 silver for the information, 750 for the labor. So do we get all of it?
You would get all of it, yes.
Sweet.
We get 2,000 silver for bringing them in.
Yes.
1,500 just for the information.
Wait,
That's correct, yes. Yeah.
Okay, that's much better then.
So
Yeah, this contract would definitely not have just been 1,000 silver. It's 2,000.
Yeah,
So 400 apiece?
400 apiece, yeah.
400 apiece. Amazing.
Damn, I got some money to spend.
Gonna need some heavy armor.
Yeah, yeah.
I got
You're
a
upset,
better
Messi.
idea. I got a better idea that you're not gonna like. What Sean does.
But yes, you can head back to your respective preferred places of sleep here in Hyvin.
I sleep on the beach tonight because it's been a while since I've been by the water.
Yeah, absolutely.
So while we're heading out, so after Jaquette's birthday party and everything, what's our next plan? What's our heading? Also, what about the whole job with Stigl? We're just gonna. That's long gone, right?
I think yes, we've missed the mark on that.
I'm a little worried though. Like, I wonder if he hired anybody else to do the same job.
Why?
Is the electrical grid still working?
Well, that's kind of my question.
What was
We look out.
Yeah.
He still wants that stolen. That elemental.
What are the dates that I gave you for that job?
I had the 17th. Nope. Where did I put it? I looked
I have
it
it written down somewhere, but I know you guys have direct notes in front of you.
Oof.
Where did we post it? Was it in the... Oh, the 24th of Ilsavala is the note that I had for the date of opportunity. Now, he did say technically we could do it before or after that date, but that was going to be the date where like security would be lax, and then after that, they would have ostensibly seen to the issue of the rogue elemental.
Okay. So, as far as you can see, light's still working on Main Street. There's no outage. The elemental has either been seen to and recontained within the facility, or they've replaced it. Most likely, they've just seen to the issue. You can ask around about it. Even if you just want to ask around about any news, if something did happen, like if there was someone else hired to do it, if there was someone else who hired to do it, they failed. And there'd probably be some understanding of that and knowledge of like a situation that has happened. So once you were to even just like head towards the Harlequin and Chalice, you might even see some remnants of whatever may have happened if something did happen. Or you could even ask Orin, because Orin is actually pretty close to the facility.
So this was like expanding the grid, right, Sean?
No, there was an erratic lightning elemental within the grid that, if it wasn't seen to by a naturalist, would have broken free and caused a huge issue. This was an opportunity because the facility was weakened with the erratic elemental for you all to go in, use the gem to capture the elemental and get out with it. That would have 100% dropped the grid that is connected to that facility and would have turned the lights off.
Got it.
Yes.
Okay.
As Septimus had said, put the whole town in darkness.
So as far as you can tell, anyone who tried to do this, even if it wasn't Sigil, did not succeed. If they did.
So, we don't know why Sigil wants the thing, right?
You did not specify.
No, but his affinity for the elements, I'm sure he's. The treatment of it bothers him, would be my guess. But I'm not going to worry about his desires. We told him outright how we thought about it. That we wouldn't spill the beans, being the protectors of the city, quote unquote. Just so much as we keep his confidence, and that way he might not be deterred from asking us for other jobs.
Just hope they're not more criminal as time goes on. Anyway, what time? I guess we should go see Orin, right? Find out what time this party is.
Yeah, I might want to settle out those details. I also need to work on getting invites out to everyone.
I'd be
And
surprised.
at this, Jacques kind of leads in and goes, and I mean everyone.
So as you approach the, are you guys going to go check in with Orin tonight before going to bed?
Well,
Because it's still relatively early enough that the bar would be open.
yeah, I also recall a certain something happening to Jacquet's room at the Cask and Crow.
That's right. Thank you for reminding me. Yes. As you would have seen this as you were heading to the Admiralty Court, because you would have passed the Cask and Crow before getting to the Rampart. So your room, I mean, 100% has not been fully repaired within the week that it's been since then. But it has been like cordoned off. The windows out front, you can see they've essentially tarped over everything. And have cleaned everything up at least. There's no giant body in the courtyard. They have sealed off the damaged areas. So the Cask and Crow is open for operations, but like not a huge crowd like it usually is. They are in the midst of repairs, so they are reduced service right now and only really have regular rooms available.
So as we're like passing, Jacques just like, sorry, Kana, but luxury's calling. Let's see what Orin has available at the Harlequin and Chalice.
Kana, have you ever thought about, when things like this happen, it's a great opportunity to do some rebranding? Maybe get the skull of that giant, put it up as a trophy or something, and make it a sight to see for like tourists and stuff. You could even rename the bar.
I am not really ready to talk to you all yet.
Jacques had said this from the cart, as in not actually speaking to Kana.
No, I know.
More like saying it to the group.
Yeah.
As we moved past it.
Yeah. But yes, you can head to the main street. When you get to Main Street, Bruce, you know where the alleyway is that leads to the facility. And it is completely barricaded with a new fence there, with guards placed in front of the alleyway. These are not the Commodore's guards. These are essentially mercenary guards that are hired by the company. You can see they're in all black armor. They keep their faces concealed behind masks. And like
see their faces, Sean.
Okay, Mister, I see the world.
Faces, Sean.
They are. No. I'm finishing the description of what they look like when they're armored. You bastard. But no, they're basically in like all like they have like half plate armor. They're completely head to toe. It's a black. They have hoods over their heads, masks over their faces, goggles over their eyes. You see no sign of what they actually look like as people, other than you, Bruce, who can see their individual features. But they are they're just standing in front of this alleyway that leads to the facility behind all of the buildings on Main Street, on the west side of Main Street, and they don't appear to have any weapons on them. They just are in their armor, and they're just watching every single person who passes by. They scan back and forth, scanning back and forth. These private mercenaries.
And I walk up
something
to one?
happened. Yeah, I mean, you could walk up to one of them.
I walk up to the one that looks like he's like the biggest and toughest. Whoever I think is in charge. And,
There's two of them, and they basically look identical.
I say, I talk to the one who reacts to me first. I go,
They don't
yo.
react to you. They stare directly forward at you, both of them, and both take a step forward in unison. As the one on the right will say, "Move along."
I pull out my badge of the Commodore and just show it. I put it. They don't move their faces, but I like put it in their faces.
Yeah.
I say, you know what this is?
This isn't Commodore business. Move
It's
along.
Hyvin. Everything's Commodore business. Tell me what you're doing here.
These facilities are private. They are not under the authority of the Commodore. Move along.
Make me.
Sorry for my friend. We'll be going now.
Like hell we will. This punk thinks he can push me around.
I don't think anyone's trying to push you around, Fjern. If anything, you're being the nuisance here.
Well, I've got the
Shouts
I've
from
got the
the
badge that
carriage.
tells me I can.
Give me a wisdom
Yeah.
saving throw.
Okay. Nat 20, Sean.
What's the total?
It's a 19.
Fearing you are paralyzed under a hold person spell from
But
the.
it's a nat 20, Sean.
It's not an attack roll. You are paralyzed, Fearing as he's like hell, freezes. And then the one on the left who wasn't speaking steps forward and says, "You better take your friend away."
Well, I can't really carry him, but yeah, we'll be going.
They don't
hold.
unparalyze. They don't unparalyze him. They are waiting for you to drag him away.
We can probably just leave him.
The spell's gonna run out eventually.
I know. Sal would not necessarily lift Fearin up, but start to move Fearin away, and they would drop the spell on Fearin.
I immediately like turn around and Sal's like holding me back, like "fuck you."
As they return to their unmoving post by the fence. And the fence does have like a small like gate built into it that you could walk through. That has a that you assume is probably locked.
Why are you trying to start a fight with the guards there?
If we wanted information on it, we could talk to Jacquet and see if he can get information. Maybe later, but not those guys.
They rubbed me the wrong way. It seemed like, they weren't just regular people, mercenaries. They're all business. It was, it's not normal around, typical around here.
Well, I think it's clear that Sigil tried to move forward. Yes, Jacquet?
Oh, this was a question for the DM. Can I make an insight check on these mercenaries? And this is a feature I get later on, so I don't expect the full thing. Eventually, I'll get a feature where I can do an insight check to like tell if you're muted. If I can tell like what level they are in relation to myself. Can I just do something similar and just be like, are these powerful individuals?
I mean, are you guys
give me that
all
insight check.
okay? Yeah. Are you guys all okay with it? Like the fact that these people have set up a fence and are, just taking it Main Street for themselves?
Before you guys continue this conversation, I just want to inform Jacquet what he learned. They are clearly very powerful magic users. Like, they don't carry weapons, which means that they either have concealed weapons via magic, They very casually cast Hold Person on Fearn with no fear of repercussions from an entire adventuring party in front of them, in a city that doesn't have real law or guards on this particular area. So either they had tremendous amount of reinforcements behind that small fence, or they felt confident enough that the two of them could take the entire party.
All I'm saying is, if we're aligned with the Commodore here, it's very important that we figure out what the hell's going on.
If
We
we're
have not
aligned,
been given any information by the Commodore herself yet. I'll wait to hear it to see if it's a problem to her first.
Bjorn, do you know what private property is? Is that something your people understand?
Kind of. Like when you're taking a shit.
What?
You know.
No. I don't want an explanation. You're wrong. Whatever you're gonna say, it's not what I'm implying. You're wrong. Private property is where Septimus owns his homestead, right?
Okay.
All right. And when a collective of people own a thing, like the Avenirian Electrum company owns something, they collectively own it.
Well, what if they claim to own something that's not theirs?
Okay, we're not going to get
I'll
into
interrupt there and say that Bruce and Septimus both know they do have full ownership over this facility, that it is leased to Hyvin. Septimus, you know this from just being a local. Bruce, you found this out during your little sabbatical here before the adventuring party found you and ruined your life.
Yes.
They own that facility. And since there's no real guards in Hyvin, they get to do as they please with that facility. So those guards are well within their right to be doing whatever they want. Now, do I like it any more than you? No, I don't like it at all. Those are very powerful individuals. The Avenirian Electrum company clearly has deep pockets. And to be functioning in Hyvin, at this, he puts the book down and looks to everyone, means that those pockets must be reached into by one Mr. Greaves.
I'm just confused. How do we know that it's the Avenarium company?
Sigil told you that in the dossier for the mission.
Because
right, but it's not like we... Okay, I didn't know that information. I just thought that they just showed up and this was a new thing that they just started doing.
No, they've been here the whole time.
Okay. If that's the case, then, I feel a little silly. Sorry. I didn't know that was that company, I remember
you jump to conclusions a lot, my friend. It's okay. Jacquet says, petting him.
I'm just trying to, figure things out. They could have been nicer about it.
Yeah, I'm not going to defend them. You're right.
Jacquet, as you are responding to Fearn here, you see past Fearn out of the carriage to the rest of the streets, where you could see that Oren has done what he only knows how to do, which is put up crudely drawn posters across all of Main Street declaring that there is a party for Jackie Touche's birthday on the 30th, an all-out banger, open bar, food was going to be served, doors open at 7 p.m. Performance from Jackie Touche to be expected. Whole place is rented out. Cover charge is 10 silver, and just really heavily promoting it. But of course, it is in his hand-drawn style.
Mm-hmm. We gotta do something about Oren.
I mean, it worked the last time, right?
What do you mean? I thought this looks pretty good.
So in addition to the 10 silver cover charge, that is a VIP cover charge. People can come regularly. The 10 silver is you might not like this, is for the meet and greet with Jackie Touche.
Meet and greet.
Yeah, this is what happens when you don't manage your party planner.
How did he spell meat, Sean?
like meat, like flesh.
Of course.
Maybe only the meet and greet people get the goodie bags. Now I have to rethink it. Maybe we need special ones for them.
I think Orin's outdoing himself, honestly. Like, you would never see Kana put this much effort in for us.
Oh, no, I know. That's why I contacted Orin. I knew if I wanted a good party, he'd be the guy to help facilitate that. I just wish there was more. And he just gestures to the posters. More class, maybe? A little more pizzazz?
And you gotta do it yourself, Jacques.
No, I gotta hire someone myself. I guess technically he's doing this all pro bono.
And you're gonna thank him for it, right?
It's
I think the
Bruce. As soon as you hear him say pro bono, is when you remember Orin saying, "We'll just figure out the bill when you guys get here."
Yeah.
If you wanted something fancier, why didn't you try to schedule something like at the academy?
Yep. There's an idea.
Or like a boat. Boats are fancy, right?
A seaside party? That's fucking.
You know, maybe that's next year. We go on a boat. But for now, this is what we have to work with.
Can we do a boat for my birthday?
Whatever you want, man. It's your birthday. I don't give a shit.
It's on the coldest day of winter.
I'm not gonna do an
write that down.
Yeah, just write it down on your calendar.
It's just like, I feel like that's not true, and you just want it to be true.
Well, it was the coldest day of winter on the year that I was born.
Ah, okay.
Touche.
Well, yeah, that's what my mom said.
All right, let's see what Orin has to say for himself. As I imagine, we park the carriage and the horses, Maps and Brown, and go into the Harlequin and Chalice.
Give Maps some scritches before we go in.
Yep. As soon as you do that, Brown immediately takes a shit.
True to his
really
name.
He's brown. When you go inside, you can see Orin has closed the bar for the day before the party, or closed it early. And you get inside, you can see him struggling with decorations for the whole space that he's trying to put up on his own. As you can see, like some of his like waiters and bartenders are around, and they're trying also. It's like it's a lot of it's a lot of like streamers and runners and stuff, and just sort of like colorful things that he's been putting up. Just basically, Orin was like, get me the most colorful decorations available in the market. Don't care what they are. Just get me whatever is bright and colorful.
Wow, this is a lot for 2 days before the party.
Orin turns around and goes, "Oh, Yorke. Oh, Jackie, I was hoping you'd get here." Yeah, he's always saying that. Yeah, come here. Get over here. And he comes closer to shake your hand.
Jacques gives him a shake and then pulls him in for a little hug.
Yeah,
he's like, Orin, you've really outdone yourself. This looks amazing.
I'm right proud about this. Right proud. We've got all these decorations. We still need to get them up all over the place. We've got lights. Some lights we figured out for the 4 turret private rooms. We've got the stage set up all good and right, like you like it. We've ordered a bunch of food to prepare tomorrow during the day before. We've closed the shop, closed the bar tomorrow during the day, other than people who are staying the night. We're going to get everything to be spectacular. We've stocked up on booze. We are in good shape, Mr. Two Shard. Now, the only thing left that we've got to do is discuss the bill.
Sure. Just again, I want to clarify. Today's the 28th of Ilsavala, or whatever you people call it over here. And this is both me, Jacques, clarifying this.
You're correct. You're correct.
Stefan clarifying with the DM to make sure.
Yes, because it would have been
Okay.
you traveled to the 27th and then you traveled on the 28th. Yes, you're right. It is nighttime on the 28th.
Okay.
So it's less decorated than I said then, but it is
cool.
starting to be. He
Yes.
has all of the supplies in boxes spread throughout, as he's saying.
I see.
We've got all of this set up to be ready tomorrow, so that on the 30th, we're ready to go.
You're a wonderful man, Oren. Fantastic. I appreciate it. And I see your posters plastered everywhere on Main Street.
Classic advertisements. They
Yes,
work.
correct.
Remember the first time. Remember your first performance.
No, that's true. I'm not dismissing. I was just also thinking maybe, personalized invites, to all the big wigs up in the Admiralty Court, maybe, and I don't know, even get some news down to Crass Alley and the
Widow's Ward.
Widow's Ward. Just like literally everybody in Hyvin needs to hear about this, Oren. Everybody.
Oh, all right. Well, and he kind of looks around and like you can see he's almost like he's not like ashamed, but he's a little like, okay. I didn't go hard enough.
It's okay. I mean, tomorrow I'll work to help you. I'll get some of those invites out, real nice parchment, so folks know that they're respected and wanted here. And of course, don't worry, I have a banger of a set lined up.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna have to get my people around the other districts, get the word out, talk a little bit on the streets, go into the other taverns. We could do this. Jackie. I think we are right on track, actually.
Fantastic. I knew I had picked the right man for the job.
Yeah, and I think we've got a lot of good services ready for you. You're good with the open bar? You're good with the food being provided?
I mean, open bar, it's quite a bit. Maybe, first drinks on Touche, and then...
Okay, we could do drink tickets.
Okay, that might be, because, I'm good for it, Oren, but I'm not trying to go bankrupt here.
Oh. All right. We'll just do drink tickets then.
Maybe the VIPs, right? They can have an open bar. That 10 silver covers that,
It'll cover a good chunk of it. Depends on how much they drink. You know how an open bar works, right?
Yeah, I know.
All right, Jackie. Well, I've got to get working. I've got to finish putting up these decorations. I'll start putting up these decorations so that I can work on prepping the food tomorrow and making sure my staff is ready for the day, the next day, and any last minute things you need from me.
I appreciate it. You're a good man, Oren. Good man. Oh, by the way, I think everyone's staying here tonight. We need some rooms.
I'm going to the beach.
Okay, Sass is gonna bum it.
All right, well, we need then 4 rooms. 4 rooms then?
If I could get the presidential suite, as they say, or the governor's suite.
Yeah. I remember last time he was here, we arranged something for you. We got you set up with a bath as well, if there's something you're interested in.
By the heavens, I would much appreciate a bath.
Yeah, no, we ain't no, we're not slumming it here, but we ain't no fancy Admiralty Court tavern either. So we're still a little modest, but we can do something special for you, Jackie Touche, especially considering you're a VIP of our tavern, best bard in town, right?
Hey, you said it, not me, right? You guys heard that? He says back to the party, like, huh?
Yeah, well, you see, your up and Dag has not been in town for a while, so I think
you don't
you're
need to
taking that
mention
spot.
her. It's okay. It's okay. I'm the best. That's all you need to say. Stop.
Yeah, if you're looking for something a little more special about your advertisements, we could get, you should probably commission something we could put in the front hall, for your shows. Something if you're looking for something a little more, flattering, I think is what you might say.
Yeah, and at this he actually takes out the scroll that Bjorn had given him and go, "Do you know a good artist in town? Might be able to commission for that."
Well, I think I'm thinking about what was the best out there, who Fiora used for hers, as he points across the bar, and you can see like the tattered old Fiora poster that's at
Right.
this point fading. Somebody up in the Admiralty Court. I think it's also the same guy that the Hyvin Times commissions for all their graphics or arts or silly comic strips they occasionally have. Yeah, I think I don't got his name right now, but his office is in the same area as the Hyvin Times. I'll look into it for you. All right.
I appreciate it, Doran.
Yeah, something special about him. I've heard some rumors around that he's got a little bit of that magic touch, like you do, Jacques.
I think his name was Dim Javis.
Magic touch that's not about the voice or the poetry, but about the brush.
Sounds like a good man to know.
Yeah, say he went to some special college in the capital. This fucking academy would love to claim him, and now he's been educated elsewhere. Anyway, I'll go. I'll get back to work. I'll get those keys sorted out for you for your rooms. I'll get you there. Yeah, I need you to draw a bath for Mr. Touche here. And he smiles and
finger guns and clicks his mouth.
And he gets back to work. This staunch difference to the service from the first time you met Orin. And you might even say, Bruce and Septimus and Jacques, you notice that Orin is just like a little more confident these days. Maybe the bar's probably doing quite well since Jackie started playing here, so he's more business oriented than he used to be. But he still got his Orin charm, as he would as he stops talking to Jacques, would pass you by Bruce and just sort of give you a quick handshake and be like, "Oh, we gotta catch up, Bruce. It's been too long."
Yeah, we'll grab a booth one day and grab a bottle and catch up.
Yeah.
How about tonight? I got nothing
away.
going on.
Yeah.
I got to work tonight, unfortunately, for Mr. Touche over there. But you know what? The party's going good on the 30th. Things start to lighten up. My staff's doing well. Perhaps in the late evening, I can stop by and hang out with y'all.
Sounds great.
All right.
All right, then. All right, well, I'll get those rooms ready for you. Oh, it don't matter. Good fucking people. As he would wander off. All right. Is there anything else you would like to do before heading to your respective rooms for the evening and resting? It being almost 10:30. Anything quick that you would like to do before we end tonight?
I'm gonna stay at the bar for a while, and I'm gonna open up that skin book that you gave me.
What languages do you speak?
Abyssal is one of them, if that's what you're gonna ask. Abyssal, Common, and Infernal.
Lucky day, Fearin, you can read this book entirely. It is all in infernal runes, and then parts of it are in Abyssal. The Abyssal is a little difficult for you to read because it's a different dialect of Abyssal than what you have learned. And truthfully, you might even find it surprising to you that the Abyssal part is legible to you, because in your mind, the Abyssal you understand is a different Abyssal than the traditional knowledge of demonic texts. You understand there is a relationship, but at first you might even think oh, this is kind of like some of the runes in the north, the Abyssal runes here. But these are
reminds me of the books that my dad wouldn't let me touch, in his library.
Yeah, and there's a bad feeling. You do not feel good as you're reading it. Each word is almost gives you a metallic taste on your tongue as you're reading through it. And it is a book chock full of demonic and infernal rituals, particularly dealing with the summoning of demons and fiends, of any kind of fiendish creature. It has some history of the hells. There's certain breakdowns of how certain rituals relate to the different realms of the hells. you see references to several they call tabernacles within the hells and different demonic lords or devilish lords. And then there's also a section that is on a unique type of magic that you don't really know much about as a native to the material plane, but a magic that is all about binding oneself to the material plane, which would in essence be something that is not native here, binding its soul and its planar presence to the material realm. So say you cast banishment on them, they would not be sent back and stay in the hells. They would come back after the end of the 1 minute mark. So that is in there as well. And this is just off of kind of a cursory glance at some of it. Or, yeah.
It sounds, like you could see that it's like visually making me uncomfortable, while I'm reading it. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm just getting drunk as I read it, so it doesn't bother me as much, and I just keep going. And that's what I do with my night.
Yeah. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, here we go again. Can I get lucky like last time? A 15, Sean. That's pretty good for me.
Just makes it.
Nice.
As you there's more and more your mouth feels metallic and poisonous, and the booze starts to not taste like anything. It starts to dry out your mouth. Your skin starts to crawl. You start to feel like the shadows in the corner of the room are stretching further than it should, almost to the point when those shadows are coming close to touching you. And when you make this save, it's because you slam the book shut as soon as you hear a very quiet whisper in your ear that just says, "Fear."
Okay. Time for bed. Nobody's around. I'm just like talking to myself, and I shove it back in my pouch.
And it's that moment when you say that like the room returns to normal. Your mouth doesn't feel dry anymore. There's still lingering metallic taste, but you suddenly like almost like a moment when like you're very drunk and you look in the mirror in the bathroom and you're like, oh, I'm really drunk and I need to rest. There's this moment of realization.
Nice. All right.
All right. Anything else on this evening before we end the night in the session?
No, but the next morning, so next session, I'm going swimming.
Okay, no problem. So you'll spend some time potentially trying to talk to your patron next session.
Diving for trinkets for the goodie bags. But yes, also talking to the patron.
You're gonna get to the party and everyone's gonna be like, "Why do the goodie bags smell like fish?" Okay, so you all find your respective rooms within the Harlequin and Chalice. They are not too expensive. They're only 4 copper for the standard rooms. Jacquette, for your nicer room, yours is actually only going to cost you 4 silver.